vote for the person that won't die in office. That's it. That's my only pre-qualification.
That's a toss-up.
One might get shot, and one might die of natural causes.
I don't know what the odds are, but...
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge Show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Remember, we all agreed on the slow build-up. God, I miss the days where I could play, Beautiful People by Marilyn Manson and Long Way to the Top if you want to rock and roll from AC/DC. We had over the years, maybe 10 opening anthems. Remember for a while, I think on Sirius XM, we had the Hulk Hogan,
and then, Full Trucker Effect.
Oh yeah, Full Trucker Effect might have been, it might have been the longest. To have a show historian like Joe the Supermarket or something like that to tell us, which.
That was 06 to 11.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Wow, that's gotta be the longest running ever. Is Alex a guest today?
Yes, he is.
Is he going to be cool to me? Is he going to be a little bitch?
Oh no, he's when he called in on Friday, he was because
I've profusely apologized.
Yeah, we talked to him about
it. I've apologized so humbly, not only privately, but also, socially. Alex, I am so sorry for forgetting to ask Eric Andre about you. I should have done that. Sorry. And then he sends me back another text. I know. I'm just saying. Very disappointed in you. And the bottom line is, I got your Twitter back. Well, listen, buddy, I know. I'm so sorry. I always take care of you, and you take care of me. That's right. How many times do I get a text from Lummy or you saying, hey, could you retweet this? Which instantaneously makes your Twitter number goes up because I got a far bigger following than you. I know I messed up. Please forgive me. I mean, God, every time you come to town, you stay at my house. So now we're going tit for tat as to what we've done for each other. You know what I'm saying? He's reminding me, Lummy, of the Twitter account that he got. He's gonna. I think for the rest of my life, he's gonna always be throwing that up in my face.
Yeah, probably.
And you know what? And to be honest, it's such a big thing that he can. I got to be a little bitch and take that. I got to take his throwing the Twitter gimmick up in my face. I got to take that. So I was just so sorry. So I just hope today that it's not a big shame Bubba fest.
I don't think so, because
Seth walked in here today. He's mad at me. Said that I was a little over aggressive on the podcast yesterday. And then Macho Man and Lummy, they're like, yeah, you might have been over aggressive on the podcast
wasn't saying
yesterday.
That at all.
And I'm like, man, you guys are just hitting me.
Bubba, I was agreeing that you.
I got Gene Lasker in here.
Came great radio.
How would anybody know?
Hold on. Yeah.
I don't got no
His
red
mic's
light.
off.
Let me see.
You turned the mic next to him on.
Hold on.
It's off again.
Go ahead.
Come on, Macho. Fix this thing for us.
Well,
Bubba don't know what he's doing.
Oh, you know what?
I know I got a red light now. Can you hear me? Breaker.
Is that not? That should be a drop. I know I got a red light now. Can you hear me? Hear me. Breaker. That's Gene Lasker, is it not? I got a red light now. Can you hear me? Breaker.
Who's getting upset? He didn't see that red light on his mic.
I was waiting on it.
Maybe he thought he was in trouble or something.
You don't want me to say some things that sometimes I get it.
Yeah, so when I'm on a roll, sometimes I'll turn you off because I don't want you in there and just, with your Burger King. Is that a Burger King hat?
No.
Oh, it looks like a Burger King.
Sunbelt.
That's a Sunbelt rental hat?
Sunbelt rental hat.
It looks, is it an orange logo?
Okay, hold on. Maybe it ain't.
It's not a Sunbelt hat.
You idiot. Jeez.
Oh, no, that's B&R Motorsports.
Hello.
I got dressed Sarah dressed me this morning.
Hello. This is Bubba the Love Sponge, and my hosts are so stupid that they don't even know what kind of hat they're wearing.
I don't. I got a lot of hats, and I was picking a hat.
Because your wife literally
Dresses
is
me.
Old school,
Puts my socks on.
you're her king. And I don't like. It's the damnedest thing. You really got her trained up right.
I don't.
And she's just an unbelievable
She's just a good girl.
She's just an unbelievable woman. So I'm assuming she like lays all your stuff out for you and all that kind of stuff, right?
She sure does.
Helps put your socks on.
Yep.
Does Merch Crick do that for you?
I don't think I've put my socks on 1 or 2 times since I met her. 7 years.
I would have. I didn't want this necessarily to get out. But the Merch Crick does put my socks on.
That's good.
I mean, so yeah.
Shut the hell up.
Hold on. The only person that says anything on the air is Gene, and he goes, "That's good." So yes, Seth, Merch Crick puts my socks on.
What
for
a
me.
treat.
I stand up, and I have this game to see if while she's putting my socks on, I can balance on one foot.
Oh,
Mine says put your hand right on my head. Right now.
Hold on. That sounds like might be another situation, Dan.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
That might be after the sock. You know what? That might be when she's taking the socks off. Is when you grab the back of that head.
No, that's when I'm putting my pants on. And she's,
Okay, all right, whatever, Gene. We're going to talk about how your wife dressed you and gives you sexual favors before you leave the state.
I got to tell you, I don't know if women are like programmed deep down to like
be dominated.
No, to want to take care of like a man in every way, including putting the socks on, or if just somehow it's just evolved into women feeling that way because they don't want to be alone, so they want to try to.
No, you either got a good girl or you got one that was raised up right, or you got one that was that's parents snowflaked it out and it's independent and mouthy and talky and just it's all about how they were raised. It's just a man, just like a man. A man turns out the way he was raised, right?
Yeah.
I mean, chances are, if you're like,
it's just tough to be a pervert. I don't know how many women are raised to be like, all right, when you grow up, make sure you put your socks on your husband, baby.
Think all the Chinese are.
Well, I mean, no, and all the good Americans too, Gene. I mean, it's just some women have an instinctual nurturing gene or endorphin or a hormone. I think that makes them more susceptible to wanting to very much take care of nurture their man in every way, shape, or form.
See,
because that's her. Because she looks at her man differently than the other bitch does. She looks at her man as like, this is my king. This is my God. This is my my soulmate. This is my internal flame. I have to take care of it.
Well, Trick Nee said she needs to be rewired, but Bubba, do people?
I think most people could do a Bubba Gene rewiring.
Let me ask: do women really look at just guys like a guy like you, a guy like Gene, and go, "That's my king"?
Yeah. Well,
that's wild.
Well, no, I don't think they look. Hold on. I don't think they just look at. They spend some time with us, and they fall in king love with you. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, Sarah didn't know that Gene was going to be her king until she'd spent some time. Like, she didn't see Gene at the corner store and goes, oh, that's the guy. Like, you have to spend some time with him.
To show his king-like qualities?
Well, so that he has to king up. She doesn't know that. What if he was on the corner and he was like some snowflake like you? She didn't want that.
Yeah, no, that's
true. I feel like the Merch Crick, though, knew you were her king.
Oh, yeah.
Right off the bat.
Yeah. Me and Gene have similar relationships with our significant others. We really do. They like to take care of us. They're very nurturing. We're all,
those are great women to have, dude. I think that's awesome. It just feels like it's exhausting.
Merch Crick would slap her mama before she'd say a bad word about me. I'll just tell you that right now. Right, Gene?
I got one of those.
She would ship out a Bubba Army shirt before she'd go to her mama's funeral.
Well, I'll tell you, she will ship out that Bubba Army shirt before anything happens. Tell you right now.
I mean, it could be that we could be getting McDill could be getting nuked, and that she would still be sending out packages.
Yeah, I'm just telling you. There's, she knows that's number one. So anyway, Lummy, since Alex Stein is going to be on today as a guest, I thought I'd do a real quick break like I used to back in the day, like at 05, and then try to break 3 times in the 6 so that I can be responsible and go long and not short space Alex.
Well, we still have that 820 though at
so it doesn't matter how far ahead I get.
Correct.
Jesus, that messes me up.
Well, next Monday.
When is it over?
Monday.
Yep.
This Friday's the last one.
Now, listen, I want everybody to listen to Orlando 103.1 and Florida Man Radio because we're giving away cash every day. and at 8:20 during my show, I give you a clue that you need to know. And then Don Miller gives you like the next clue, and then you call in for during the Shannon Burke show and win the money. It's to keep you listening longer.
That's right.
But you should be you should love Florida Man Radio to the point where they don't even have to. You don't have to bribe me with $250 a day for me to be able to listen to quality programming. Please,
let's match it.
Get out of here.
Don't hurt.
Who, us? Us match it?
No, I didn't skip what I said. Gene's right. It doesn't hurt to give away the money.
Yeah.
We don't need to match anything.
Yeah. Like, what the hell? Jesus.
I just said, hey, you know what?
It would ruin us.
Bubba,
I couldn't. This business couldn't afford to give out. What is it? Lummy, isn't it like $250 or $500 a day or something?
Yes, it is. 250.
200. We couldn't give out just $250 a day.
No, just one day. It'd be a one day only.
We have small margins.
No, it'd be a one day only special.
And
we would probably ask that they would give it back to us after we give it to them.
You're kind of doing that with the cash box, right?
No, hold on. We with the cash.
I love that name.
With the cash box. Lummy, good news.
Yeah.
Good news is we got our cash. Gene would call it the cash box, but we got our cash app back.
Sweet.
I've been fighting, and can I tell you something?
I thought that was a dead issue.
No, Seth. I mean, Seth, they had.
I understand.
They had like $918. That I.
But you were getting nowhere.
I know. So I did lose the 918.
Oh.
I did lose that.
Oh.
But they gave me the option like this. I think this might be a shakedown within. I might be a whistleblower and try to call.
They already got you for $1,000. I mean,
so how many people do they do that to? How many people do they do that? How many?
If you Google it, there's a lot.
So
the militia leaders, which is probably
but here's
thousands.
the deal. Like if you got a business,
Neil Mount Plaisir, $50. Lasker Wednesdays.
Lasker Wednesday and Super Chat. So listen. So if you are dealing with one of these, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, all of those lummies, all Square, that if you're dealing with any of these apps that do with money, and they could at any time lock you down and then say, we're going to investigate your business. So this is what they did for me. Cash App. We had Cash App for a couple of years. Never had an issue.
Nope.
Never had an issue ever. And then one day in March, early March, everybody, and Cash App did quite well for us. We did a lot of money on Cash App. A lot of people have Cash App. It's super simple to do. And so, all of a sudden, people are like, we can't, your Cash App's it's rejecting us. So, we look, and it's like, we just got a Cash App right now. Look at that.
$20. Woo.
And it wouldn't give us updates like that or anything like that. They would tell me to call a number, and I'd have to call a number, and I have to verify my business. And so I would have to verify my business not only within the app, they had a verification process within the app, but I actually had to call too. I called 7 different times. I'm like, ma'am, I've given you my federal tax ID number. I've given you my personal social security number. I've taken a picture of my driver's license. I've taken a picture within your app where you put your little face in this little square. I've done everything. I've sent you. I actually had to email them my federal tax returns to show that I'm a legitimate business. I don't know what else is to do. And they're like, well, sir, it says right here, finally, on the 8th or 9th person that I spoke to on the phone, they're like, I'm telling you, they weren't supposed to be telling me this, but they're saying there's a notation on your account that you are under heavy review, and under no circumstances are we to give you any additional information. So I'm like, what am I doing? What's going on? So I've been fighting, and I've made it every Monday after the show, I've tried to make that my Cash App Monday, early in the week. So, and just to try to call Cash App. Well, finally out of nowhere, Lummy, it says, I got an email from Cash App, and it says, congratulations, your Cash App is,
T-shirt will 25 on the Cash App.
Back on and working. We verified your business. We have seen that you will not give up, that you are just not a quitter, so we're giving it back to you. Unfortunately, the $919 that you have in your account, since you're going to have to start a whole new account. You can have your name. They gave me my name.
Nice.
And they had all my here's the thing, I didn't have to go in and fill out all my federal tax ID numbers or the bank account where the check goes to because they got all that too.
You didn't have to do your face again?
No face.
Chop it up space, $20 on the Cash App.
But we're going to consider you a new account, which means your old one has to be closed. So we're so sorry, Mr. Clem. The 919. It's just.
Are they going to donate it to charity?
I don't know what. I think they try. I think they give it back.
They
Actually,
do. Yeah, they do.
All right, so that's good. At least Cash App ain't taking it. It's going back to its rightful owner, right? I like that. I bet you they did charge the rightful owner Tic Tac fees. Don't you think, Lummy? Like if you gave $100 on Cash App and you were going to get a refund, you might only get like 93 back.
They take their percentage on the front side and back side.
Son of a bitches. But listen, hold on. We love the Cash Box. Like Gene Lasker calls it. So, yes, we do have the Cash App back. It's a day of celebration.
Well, what do you call that thing?
It's called Cash App.
I think he's talking about the Cash Cube.
The Cash Cube.
Oh, the Cash Cube.
Oh,
that's what the Cash Box was.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's Gene Lasker talk. Okay, what about it? We're gonna fire it up at Juneteenth. Do you know what Juneteenth is?
No.
Jason Hunlin, $20.
Yeah, hold on. Now, Gene.
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
June 10th.
Listen to me. We're gonna get into a topic that potentially you could say some wrong words to. So think about we're getting ready to get in to tell you.
Think about what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
Think about it again, and then don't say it.
Seth, that used to be his rules. Gee, hold on. It's so ingrained to him that he has.
Music radio's the other way. It's just say whatever.
This was when we were out signing autographs after we go out and race like Brunswick or Jacksonville, and then the track
like Discount Auto Parts signing autos.
No, but the track would have hey, anybody wants Bubba the Love Sponge, and all the other racers hated us so bad because none of them. The other 20 guys that are in our class, who's the one guy who drunk himself to death that's dead?
Jeez.
Oh.
Your arch enemy.
Yeah.
What is his name? I forget. Lee Scrape. That was one of our competitors, and he was like, it was always Lee Scrape and Gene for the win. It was like he was Gene's arch rival.
Yeah.
But he was a complete drunk. He was a complete drunk. So he would get so mad because me and Gene have a line, like, a couple hundred people trying to get our autograph, and all the other drivers
selling T-shirts like crazy.
And all the other guys are coming up in an open trailer, with the pickup truck. And me and Gene's got this full rig wrapped in Hulk Hogan stuff, Team Hogan. We got matching Team Hogan uniforms.
3 cars with us at all times.
We got 3 cars. We got a backup car. We got our entire crew has matching crew shirts. Like now, when you go to the average local dirt track, your crew's just got, one guy's got his favorite shirt on, next guy got his, they're not dressed impeccably, and so Gene, we automatically rolled up the most loved by the audience, but the most hated by the drivers. That's kind of like me, Lummy. I'm most hated by radio people, but most loved by the listeners. It's because the radio people are a bunch of jealous bitches.
They are.
So anyway, Gene, Juneteenth. Again, we're getting ready to get into a little bit of an area where I just know you just.
Michael Ramus Sr., $10 Cash App.
Talking about this particular topic around you makes me nervous. Okay, especially being on the air. So don't say much. But Juneteenth, Gene, is a federal holiday that was passed into law about 5 years ago. Seth?
It's when Biden got in.
Oh, yeah. All right. So when Biden got in, which is going to make Gene even madder. So when Biden got in, Gene, not only on his first day did he close the pipeline, which is why gas is $6 a gallon, and open up the borders. That's why we have 10 million illegal immigrants in here. But the other thing that he did was he created a new national holiday called Juneteenth, and it's June 19th. And it's just like, It's a federal holiday. You know how federal holiday where the banks are closed, the post office closed, schools closed.
But for who?
All government. I'm gonna tell you.
For everybody.
First of all, it's for Juneteenth is for every American. Okay, it's because it's an American holiday, so every American gets if you're working for a federal agency or whatever, regardless of your religious belief or your ethnicity, Juneteenth is a federal holiday that you get off. Now, Gene, the meaning of Juneteenth, like every holiday's got a meaning. July 4th, like I can watch Gene. He knows American history. Gene, what's July 4th? What are we celebrating for July 4th?
4th of July.
No, I
What's it mean to you?
Gene, what's the meaning of 4th of July?
That the flag was still there.
That's right.
Yeah, okay, it was. And the flags being there means we did what? We won.
We won the war.
Right. And what war? And what country were we fighting with?
Europe.
Well, they're in Europe, but there was a specific country that owned America or thought they owned it.
German?
No, thank God. No.
Good guess, though.
Yeah.
No, hold on. We got sound effects for this thing stuff, don't we? Let me. All right, hold on. So, Gene, hold on. Just for those scoring at home, Gene Lasker thinks the American Revolutionary War was with Germany. No, Gene.
Somebody guessed Puerto Rico in chat.
No, well, Gene doesn't need to be looking at chat.
I'm not looking at
So,
anything.
Gene, hold on. Gene, the American Revolutionary War.
France.
No, we were not. This is who owned our country and made all the laws, and we were trying to
Get independence from.
become independent
Well,
and
that's
be
Europe,
be
right?
our own country
So sweet
because
Sweden.
because we wanted to be able to say things about our public officials. We wanted to be able to say the leader sucks. We wanted to have free speech, and the country we came from it did not. So the American Revolutionary War, your first guess, Germany, your second guess, Europe, and your third guess, France. We'll get it. We'll get it.
Am I like close?
Yeah, you're close.
hell yeah.
Yeah, you're close. You're close. Nobody give it to them. We're going to get through it.
I don't know.
Well, Gene, think about the countries. The American Revolutionary War.
Did the Romans own us?
Did the Romans own us?
Can we give them a clue that they have the guys that dress like the Nutcrackers?
You'd only have to. Yes, they have guys dressing, but he's not going to know what that means.
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry, I thought that was
All right, listen. I'll give you one clue. Gene, their Capitol building is called Buckingham Palace. Like
British?
What's that?
Are they British? So we were all British in the beginning?
Hold on, what now?
We wasn't all British in the beginning, was we?
Yes, Gene. Yes, we was.
I was a Viking.
No, you were not, Gene.
You're a redneck
Hold
Brit.
on. Gene's day's been ruined because he just found out that he might come from British. The majority of regular white people in America have a lot of British in them. It's just that's
England, English.
It's Great Britain.
Yeah.
England. Does England make you feel better, Gene? They call it England too. It's called
Well,
Great.
see, then they got it on the first guess.
Well, no, Gene. Europe's not England. I mean, it is, but Europe's a block of states, Gene. That's like saying United States when you're trying to say Texas. Okay.
Continent.
You're like, hey man, where's the Cowboys located? Texas. No, I mean USA, America.
Yeah.
So anyway, Gene, we got through that. Okay. So that's what July 4th is. July 4th means we are celebrating our independence from who?
From the British Columbia.
Yeah, there you go. Close enough. And see, we hated the fact that there was a king. And they come over here. We want to be able to say the king sucks. Well, if you're in Great Britain, if you're in London at the time, when, in the 1700s, and you go, the king sucks, they may take you out back and cut your head off.
Yep.
Like,
Shoot
for
you.
real. Like,
Yeah, well, them idiots is the ones that started taxation.
Well, sure, Gene. Those idiots are the ones that started taxation. We're going with that. So, Gene, I think you're kind of referring maybe potentially to the Boston Tea Party. Do you know what that's about?
Yeah, that's because we wasn't going to pay no more taxes, so we smashed all the boats.
Okay, and what were they? What product were they smashed?
Oh, tea.
And that's why it's called the what?
Tea? Yeah, the weirdos.
Okay, so the weirdo. Okay, so what is Memorial Day?
For the dead veterans.
Well, yeah. You're right. For those that fought for our country.
Yep.
Right. Now, what is Thanksgiving? Supposedly. I mean, supposedly. It's turned into... But when they...
Giving props to the Indians because they made it?
I don't know.
Kind of.
It should be more of a focus on that, to be honest with you.
Gene, you're right. Gene needs to rewrite the laws. I just want to make Thanksgiving to the Indians that made it, okay? Not that we came in, they taught us how to eat corns and stuff like that. All right. Well, then obviously Christmas Day can mean a lot to different things, but the standard, Christian belief is Christmas is what?
Hell on the mid-class people.
Hell
on
the mid-class people because the toys are so expensive and the food.
And you're expected to buy everything.
Yeah,
you got a little bit of money.
Yeah, because Gene, and you're right in that. They're kind of rich. You're rich middle class,
right?
And that's where they really hit you the most.
That's worse.
Lot. Right?
Does Gene do envelopes like the Diacos do?
No. Yes and no. Gene does stuff. I'm just saying Gene does nice stuff for Christmas for you. Gene doesn't like Christmas overall. It's stupid. But Gene, if you were to find out what the Christian definition of Christmas Day is, what's it mean?
The birth of Jesus.
There you go. And then I think, Lemmy, the next one is President's Day, and I think that's pretty much self-explanatory.
That day sucks.
Didn't it used to be Christopher Columbus Day, and they switched it over to...
I think it was Washington Day.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was President's Day was Washington's birthday.
Yeah, and I'll see. Then they had to. Then the other.
They got
40,
woke, Bubba. They had to include all the presidents.
Right. Then all the other 44 idiots that they're like, oh well, why is the George? Well, the reason why is because George Washington was the first. He's considered the father of our country, and he's the first bad mother effer to tell England to go get effed and fought for us. And so, you know what? None of you presidents afterwards, I don't think, really had to fight as hard as George Washington did. So that's why he gets his own day. I don't want Jimmy Carter in my President's Day, right?
No.
I mean, President's Day, I guess maybe that's why you can interpret it however you want, because there's been some real crappy presidents.
Well, they had Lincoln Day, too, and then I think they just stopped wanting to give so many days off.
I think Lincoln Day turned into Juneteenth. Now, we're going through the clock, and we're going to end up at Juneteenth. So I think Lincoln Day kind of might have turned into Juneteenth because Lincoln Day, people think, no, Gene, Gene, please be careful. Think up, please, okay? I don't want you to say the right word. I want you to be super, super, super friendly and super responsible in your answers. But Gene, do you know what Abraham Lincoln is most noted for?
Yeah, freeing the slaves.
There you go. Perfect answer. So that's what he's noted for. And so since that's kind of, I think, why we celebrated Lincoln's birthday for over all the years. It was in recognition of him. Was it the 16th Amendment? I know it was an amendment. It was an actually, U.S. constitutional amendment. And I know maybe I should ask, hey, Alexa, what amendment is the freeing of the slaves amendment?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Somebody.
Is it the 13th?
I don't know which one it is. Somebody. This is where I need chat or Lummy's Bing to come in and help me out. By the way, did I tell you our Cash App is back up?
Yeah.
My God. All right. Okay. So,
13th.
13th. So the 13th Amendment is what Abraham Lincoln passed as the President of the United States, abolishing slavery. And that's what he usually was, celebrated for. So then they're like, well, Abraham Lincoln, it's just one dude. And, African Americans being slaves is a far greater thing than just one guy. It's a culture, and like it's just slavery was really a bad thing, and it's just we have to give slavery its own holiday because it was so bad and it was just so horrible. Well, why can't we just leave it with Abraham Lincoln? He I think it kind of goes it kind of goes together. Peanut butter and jelly. Abraham Lincoln freeing the slaves, it kind of went together.
I'm not being a jerk, but when it was Lincoln Day, it was because of Lincoln's birthday.
Oh,
June 19th.
Okay, well then
Lincoln's birthday's in February.
Okay, all right. So Lincoln Day would just be his birthday.
Yeah,
which is kind of stupid.
Yeah, it is.
Like Lincoln Day should have been because he was the inventor of the 13th Amendment. That's what it should have meant. But whatever. So slavery.
How many amendments do we got?
I think maybe 30.
We just keep adding to them, to the bylaws.
Oh yeah. When
27.
We have 27, and we should go through some of them. Like Gene, I'm sorry, Lummy. What's the 27th Amendment? What's it about?
It is congressional compensation.
Oh, how much they pay themselves?
Yeah.
What a bunch of crooks! Your politicians are crooks when they have to put an amendment in as to how they probably have. It's probably like every 4 years, Congress and the Senate automatically get like an 18% raise or something like that.
I think you're right.
And it's and it's law, bitch. So it can't be part of any type of budgetary cuts or anything The new president can't roll up in there and say, I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm going to start whittling down some of this congressional and Senate salary. Nope. Nuh-uh. We have the 27th Amendment that says you can't, bitch.
So only 27 amendments, but it says here more than 11,000 have been proposed.
Oh, yeah. They've proposed everything. Anytime somebody's mad about something, I'm going to make it a U.S. amendment, a constitutional amendment. Because once you're a constitutional amendment, you are locked in. I think it's super hard, Lummy, to take back amendments.
It is.
I'm sure there has been some that have been rolled back. Back there might have been an amendment that you could have slaves, right? So then, I don't know that they did, but if they did, they'd have to have, listen, we're getting ready.
Only one amendment has been repealed.
Okay, there you go.
And it was about prohibition.
Oh, they actually were so mad about alcohol in the 20s that they made an amendment about it?
Yeah.
Well, what's wrong? Alcohol. What's wrong with that?
Well, prohibition during the Great Depression after that.
I know, but
they were trying to save money.
Why did they make alcohol illegal? Who did it benefit other than the bad guys that would run it?
The churches.
Is that what they thought it was?
Normal people.
Yeah.
Benefited. So you didn't have an idiot next to you on 6 beers.
Bunch of losers.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
It'd be like, going someplace with you and everything's cool.
Right.
I give you 6 beers.
Right.
Nothing cool after that.
Oh, okay. So you're saying
alcohol adds idiots.
Prohibition was mostly
they called it giggle juice back then.
Used to quell people, because most people can't handle their alcohol. And I think that, man, during when drinking was legal, I don't think there was any rules to drinking. I think you could be like 6 and drink.
They said at the time they had enacted prohibition to protect individuals and families from the, quote, scourge of drunkenness.
There you go.
So after World War I, they wanted to save grain as well. There's a couple of reasons here.
Ryan from Ohio, 25 in the Venmo.
Intensive religious revivalism of the 20s and 30s.
So anyway, Gene, one that did.
So is grain, bread, that same thing as
it's like beer? Hops and wheat and barley. They put in beer.
Grain can do either one, make a beer or make bread?
Yeah.
Wow.
Gene, you really are learning a lot of stuff today.
I didn't know grain could do that.
You learned about, you learned about where, like if somebody was to ask you, hey, Gene, who are we fighting in the American Revolutionary War?
What does it matter, dude?
No,
we're not fighting them today. It's not coming out your pocket.
Hold on,
it's not going to slow you down from getting to work. And it's not going to lower the gas price. So go to work. And don't worry about them.
So that's your answer to that guy?
Yeah.
That's a good stock answer, by the way.
What does it matter?
The train's off the track. Start jacking.
All right, so Gene, we got to go to words. But I'm going to tell you what Juneteenth is. And Lummy, can you get the
you
actual...
still ain't told me?
No, I haven't. We've skirted all around it.
We went
That
down an
bad?
amendment rabbit hole.
Well, we did, but it was. We needed Gene.
Gene
Gene
didn't
even know what Gene didn't even know what 4th of July was. Gene, what's 4th of July? July 4th. Lummy, is there an actual definition of Juneteenth? Like, can you pull up the wiki of Juneteenth so that you can read it to Gene factually instead of how we interpret what Juneteenth, how we interpret it, but instead like how it's actually been written to be.
Correct. Yes.
Now, is it an amendment?
No, it's just a national holiday.
It's just a national holiday.
A federal holiday.
It's a federal holiday. Okay. And in order to roll that back, they just have to vote on it like in some kind of congressional hearing or some nonsense, right? But they don't ever take back holidays once they give you one, right?
Normally not.
Right. So what is, Gene, this is the answer to your question, Gene.
All right.
What is Juneteenth?
It is celebrated annually on June 19th to celebrate the ending of slavery in the United States. That's it.
That's all it says.
That's all it says.
Okay, there you go. That's what Juneteenth is. The celebration of the end of slavery.
I mean, it goes down to like why, because, when the Emancipation Proclamation, Texas was the last state, and that was on June 19th. Texas freed the slaves.
Oh, so the Juneteenth was like the slaves had actually been, the up north slaves had already been, up near New England and, through the Carolinas and all that. Mm-hmm. Those slaves were freed, quickly right after Lincoln signed, the bill.
Yep.
But it took like over 2 years for that news to come, because that the white, news people didn't want, like if you didn't they didn't want to get that news out quickly, and they didn't have the internet or nothing like that. So like if something happened in Washington, D.C., it could take a year to get down to Texas.
No, you're right. You nailed the time, too. It was a full 2.5 years after the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation. So federal troops arrived in Galveston, Texas in 1865. They took control of the state, and they ensured that all slaves would be free.
Yeah, they kept, telewiring down to Texas saying, hey, slave owners, you're supposed to let your slaves go.
You're breaking up.
Man, you're breaking up. Man, we can't hear you. For real, that's what they were doing in Texas. And so finally, Lincoln or one of the presidents had to send the U.S., Pony Express in there, literally the cavalry. When they went in horses and, and had to go in there and to Texas and tell all the slave owners, let your slaves go. You've had them for 2.5. I don't know. Did they charge the slave owners with any type of crime?
No, because they just didn't know.
Well, no, they didn't. I guess you could just say that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know.
No one told me.
Nobody ever. I never go off this plantation. I just go to town to get some whatever. And
I didn't vote for that. Not working in this town.
Gene, are you
Sorry
the
it took you 2 years to get here. See you later.
Succeed, go back to Mexico.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
We were drunker than Nick Hogan's wife when we put this thing together. BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
T-shirt, 64 months.
Alex, 9:15.
Yes, sir.
Did Hazlett truthfully get the kid completely off of that?
I think so.
Wow.
I think so.
He fucking chalked up a damn. He chalked up a favor on that one.
Well, he
Hey,
also represented Nick when he had to go to jail for 9 months and got it reduced down to 3 with,
Oh, so Nick had to go to jail for it.
back in the day. Well, Nick didn't go to jail for this latest DUI, but remember that one DUI he got into and he killed him and he hurt the Marine?
Yeah.
He was supposed to get,
But he only got a couple months.
well, because Kevin represented him, Kevin knows everybody over there.
But he couldn't live here though at the time, remember? So Hogan shoved him to Los Angeles.
No, he had to live here for 2 years after jail. He had to live here. And then once he didn't have to live here, he wanted to go to LA and do his DJing shit, that kind of bullshit. But yeah, but he was supposed to do like, almost a year to 10 months, and Kevin got him like 8 months, but then like with every day, a day for a day, behavior. So he did like 3 months.
And that dude that's paralyzed, is he still alive?
And Hogan wrote his family a check for $7 million.
So he has enough money to be taken care of the rest of his life for sure.
At least, yeah. That was why they came up with that number for in-home health care for 30 years that he lives.
So the people that own that house don't have to work other than work on him.
Right. As long as
that was just a fucking shame. That's all that was.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And you don't even know. I got a story to tell you about that. Privately one day, just remind me to tell you the Nick Hogan at the hospital story.
At the hospital?
Yep. That's all you gotta say.
What do you podcast on the stage there?
Yeah, I have to go up there real fast and see how that microphone. We changed mics.
And so
like one day
you brought this out for what? What made you think that to bring the band closer to you?
Well, no, because this is no longer bands don't come in and perform anymore. Bands don't do that anymore at all. None. And if they do, they'll send in like their acoustic guy.
Why did you want to get away from that? Was it fun enough? Shooting them and shit? What's up, Powder Coat, man?
People won't let you do that anymore. That's.
If they say you can, how can they stop you?
What are you doing, bud?
On the spot. Look at that one.
What? I don't understand.
My donuts.
Oh, donuts.
Yankee Jim, $10 super chat.
Oh man. Gene cuts his own donut delivery fucking guy with John from Precision.
You got some up there.
Oh shit.
Check those out. Yeah. There's a fucking huge one in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna want it.
Everybody got them?
That's for you. Look how big it is.
Yeah, let me get a picture of those.
Yeah. Oh, that's full. I can't eat that. That's full of cream.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna eat that bear claw.
Well, this place has gotten bright, ain't it?
It's never been this bright.
Never. I know. It freaks me out.
That's Michael McGinnis.
Here, Seth, take those down to Paradise City.
We've talked about it.
I think. Do you guys have donuts down there or no?
I got one. Lummy don't.
Lummy, you need it.
Let me come up here and get a donut.
Is that a red velvet gimmick?
Yep, red velvet.
Oh wow.
And one with cream cheese and red velvet. And the Snicker one's the best.
Oh, is that the Snicker one?
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Missed part of the show? We got you covered at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Now back to Bubba Live Worldwide.
The Bubba the Love Sponge show. Sorry for the little bit of a delay on the air, but last guarantee. I got donuts taken care of. And next thing you know, John from Precision Laser who Gene does a lot of work for. Gene, I think you do a lot of...
Not a lot. I've done work for him.
But not a lot? Well, he doesn't... He's not in the business of a lot. Like a guy...
He's more in the business. He builds planes.
I know, but like, he's not making... Like, a guy out... Busch Gardens that needs all their fence rails redone. That's a big job.
Pico, who needs all the boxes and the pole stuff done. Yeah, that's...
Yeah. That's a big client. John with, his 14 speedometers that he needs, right? But he's still your boy, though, and he does good. He does guy. Great work, doesn't he?
Yeah. And a sponsor of the show, so I mean, like Dan,
so when you're here,
Dan brings the donuts in because he bought them. I get a sponsor.
Hold on. So you're saying Dan's dumb because he buys the donuts. You're saying when you bring the donuts, they're already sponsored?
Say it.
I tell you, John scared the hell out of me.
Don't need a gold mic for that, do I, Lummy?
No, you do not. You can powder coat your own mic.
Hey, Seth, could you see? I need to do a podcast with Gene.
Yeah, absolutely.
Linus Raber 20 on the Venmo.
So, Gene, did you see our podcasting setup?
Yeah.
Like if I was to bring you in, you're asking
like a judge and jury gimmick.
Well, that's not really. It's kind of like
it is, and I got put on trial yesterday and sentenced to death.
Well, whoever sits in the middle of that table is going to be the boss, right?
If you look at it as a caveman, yes. I mean, I guess he's.
You look at it as a normal man. Lummy just said yes.
That's the host, kinda.
FT
normally.
Greg 50 on the Cash App.
Now, Seth is claiming that Clem and Kush, I was in a whole nother atmosphere of meanness yesterday, and I think it's funny. Like, here's a little bit of Clem and Kush. By the way, this is available anywhere that you get your podcasting, Spotify, iHeart, Apple iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, all that. And it's Seth and I do a podcast called Clem Kush. We've been doing it now for what? Maybe,
I mean, since I got back, but we started it my first time around.
Yeah. And it's for the most part, usually it drops on, we record it on Tuesdays after the show, and then it drops usually that same day.
So depending on the Tuesday show, it's depending on the attitude of the Clem and Kush afterwards.
Well, yeah.
So what'd he do wrong?
Well, he just was irritating me a little bit during the show, and I kind of unloaded on him during the after show. Here's a little bit of it, but I felt if my outlandishness and my screaming and stuff was more for effect, not for madness.
Drew Grago fired ya. Fucking Jade fired ya. Fucking Fisher fired ya. Fucking A.
Oh yeah, I can't play it.
I heard it. You wasn't playing it?
I can't. I had to dump 4 times.
Oh, okay. That sounded great radio there.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
I mean, I was really laying the wood to him.
As long as people liked it, that's all that matters.
Look at Gene's first reaction. He's like, that's great, man.
Yeah.
But Seth, if I was a little too, because Rhett and Mach and I think Lummy have all taken you aside and said that they were sorry for me that I was overly aggressive. Are we that snowflaked out?
No.
Everybody felt sorry for you?
Macho Man walked in here during the recording yesterday, and he said that he felt like the heat. So that's why he said he thought it was real, and I said I kind of thought it was real. So that was just his take.
That's the best radio when you don't know if it's real or not.
Right.
That's the best radio.
Right, and see, you and I are still boys.
Yeah.
So doesn't that show you that was a work?
Look, like I said, Bubba, you could have a wrestling match with somebody, and the outcome is predetermined, but you could still end up looking like Mankind after you get thrown off the top of Hell in a Cell. And
here's a little bit of Clem Kush from yesterday.
Man,
what you and fucking Will gonna do a show?
I think you said another 3 after this one too.
Yeah, it's just I'm not. Listen, you might want to go try to find Clem Kush from yesterday. It still has lasting effects on Kush. He's still a little bit screwed up over it. Seth,
he ain't said much all day.
Yeah, you haven't said much all day today, Seth. Are you mad at me?
No, I'm letting you do the amendment trivia with Lasker. I mean, it does.
That was before the last commercial.
But I do think the Lasker goes through U.S. history or historical events one-off video. Lummy would be hilarious.
We already talked about it.
Yeah, it's already done.
Short.
Yeah. Gene Lasker goes through the federal holidays. American Revolutionary War was fought with Europe. I mean Germany. I mean France. Great Britain? Really? But that's only after we give him a clue and tell him where Buckingham Palace is. And I think he messed up on his first answer for where he thought Buckingham Palace was.
I think he just said. I think he said Britain.
I think he said Europe again.
Oh yeah, he did say Europe again.
So anyway, Seth, I do want
to. In London, right?
Seth, I do want to. Yeah. Europe is in London. Yes, yes, you're right. Is that your final answer? Europe is in London.
London's in Europe.
There you go. Can you imagine, Seth, this is your job all day, just quizzing your coworker about stupid stuff?
Oh, no, this is getting a solid 3.5 more hours out of this.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just telling you. So anyway, Seth, I'm sorry if...
Oh, you don't need to be sorry.
I do. Because it sounds like I was just completely shotgunning you with just really mean stuff.
There's just a way that, there's a way that you could, erase... And I have no accomplishments in my career, but there's a way that you can make my career seem like an epic failure in like 30 seconds.
Well, when you're on me,
you're who you are.
It was a good paying thing, but
bullshit. I turned that one down. You know it's coming. So anyway, Seth, I would just say people need to go listen to Clem Cush from yesterday and form their own opinion. Please know that I am taking this opportunity to say that, indeed, if it went too far, I apologize. I think you're very valuable and a very large part of our thing. You just get a little money aggressive sometimes, and it hurts my feelings because I don't got a lot of money.
I understand. Yesterday was...
I'm maxed out. I'm trying to pay everybody, but it's, we got large payroll numbers here, and which puts, like most, again, I hate bringing up, but most radio hosts don't have a payroll that they have to come up with. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the company pays people.
Yes.
You didn't pay when you had money. Seriously.
Well, but I'm just saying, Gene, was I supposed to pay you when I had money?
Would have been nice.
How about all this? Now, you know what? I know right now after I say something because you're about being correct and if you're wrong, you'll admit it and you'll say you're sorry. But that's very rare. That's very rare. So Gene's saying it would have been nice for me to pay you a little something on the radio, but how about the tens of thousands of dollars of sponsorship money I would get for the race team, which on the local level here, the volumes that we would get are unheard of. Like we had like World of Outlaw.
And we spent it to make you win.
Well, but I'm saying,
right?
Shut up, Gene. Just shut up.
Did you win?
I did.
Okay.
So just be quiet, okay?
Did you do it on your own? No.
This is like the podcast I did with Bubba yesterday. Bubba was playing the role of Gene.
I feel like now I know how Seth feels from yesterday. Seth, you couldn't have brought a better example that could resonate and hit home more so than Gene running me through the ringer right now.
I know. I was like, well, I'm not going to say it anymore.
Gene doesn't have to. He just
no. I was going to say
I'm not trying to run you through the ringer.
I was going to
facts are facts. Seth needs to realize what facts are and say them once in a while to save himself.
I don't know what you just said.
I don't either. Facts is facts.
I said I need to learn the facts about myself, which is true.
Facts is facts.
You said you need to learn the facts about yourself so that you can tell me the facts.
Yes. Which is a good point. I don't know any facts about myself.
Right.
I got a deep dive to do on myself this weekend.
At the end of the day, it might be his fault.
When you find them, write them down. You won't forget them.
Gene Socrates.
We should come up with various Geneisms throughout.
Yeah.
Go back and listen to some tapes and
just put them on shirts.
No, just
I've had a few.
Yeah, how about that? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're getting to see me.
Glad you get to see me.
Holy shit, a lot of people have worked here. Glad we built BubbaArmyHQ.com for all the PTSD memories.
Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
You the man, John.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
This one here.
You look like me with my shoulder the other day. I'm like this.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't go
Dead
off
arm.
of it. You know, so I want to swing it or left like that.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's getting better though. A week ago, I was like, it was stuck to me. It wouldn't move.
You just slowly doing
Now I'm a lot better. I go tomorrow about the MRI, so that's good. I'll start getting them done.
Give me a shot.
Okay,
You know I'm
pal.
out. You know I'm out next.
Yep.
Mid next week. I'm taking Mom up to Bering up north.
Thanks, pal.
All right.
Bye, Johnny.
We'll see you guys later.
Good seeing you. Don't be such a stranger.
I won't. But you know, I gotta have I can't keep bringing you snacks.
No, you just stop by and say hi once in a while.
I will.
Bye, buddy.
Yeah.
Get a trick and eat. And get you seven. Just 700. Oh, get the fuck out of here. No way. That's a slippery slope.
That?
The athlete team fucking played in high school. Get the fuck out. Two. Is that the Coleslaw? It is. I see the grumpy old man. His PayPal account. Good morning.
Thanks for the donuts, Gene.
No problem, man.
Thank you. Where's that place at? You know?
John used to bring donuts all the time, so
Where's that place at? I know he used to bring Krispy Kreme and Dunkin' Donuts all the time.
And then, and so I called him up and said, hey man, he goes, man, you should be on our show. I said, yeah, I need a sponsor on some donuts. And he goes, I'm your man.
What's up, Matthew? I had to stop him because he was bringing so much.
No, you know, he was cleaning. You know, he was like coming over.
Yeah, but he was bringing donuts.
He
2
just-
dozens. That's what, and then we were down to like 5, 6 people. He was bringing like 2 dozen donuts back. He was like, we had like boxes in the fridge. What's up, Jay Bowler?
He said he went to a custom place for these.
Yeah, rock. Give me some rock something.
What's up, Liz PayPal account?
But I got a package from Grouper Lips and Neck the Gun Guy that they really want me to open.
Whoa. That's a duo.
And also we got another box from a company that sent some shirts for all of us.
Do you have both of those ready to go?
Yes, sir.
What up, Gary?
At your microphone position?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What's up, Jay Bowler? Gene's eating a donut. He got donuts for everybody. Sponsored donuts by Precision John.
Pouring ourselves out one download at a time. BubbaArmyHQ.com. Enlist today. The BRN now continues.
I want to first of all apologize for our delay of getting on the air. We're taking about a minute or so to get on the air. I know that you probably are frustrated by that, but Gene catered in donuts, and we're trying to. And I took the bear claw, which was the biggest one.
Oh yeah.
You know, a bear claw is like 2 donuts.
Yes, it is.
You know, and it's really now I feel like I ate it all like almost too fast, and now I feel like a real fat ass.
It's getting bigger in your stomach.
Yeah, is that what's happening?
Oh, yeah.
It's expanding.
Whew, it's uncomfortable.
You might as well just start living with it from here on in, bro.
What do you mean?
Being a fat ass. Just live with it. Quit trying to, slim up, work out, all that. You only got, we're on the backside of life now. Now it's time to just have fun.
So, don't even worry.
Eat. Do whatever you want to eat.
No, Gene. I'll die faster if I just ate whatever I want. I'm going to die. I mean, I'm going to end
up. Is that
going
to hurt your feelings more because you're old and you died a little sooner?
Or he said you're the back 9, Sponjo.
So you're saying don't try to work out and maintain a better health so that you might
maintain a better health. Okay, you still have sex, right?
Yeah.
Have a little more of that.
Well, that's all Merch Crick getting on top and riding. I mean, let's be honest.
I mean, it's every day.
How the Merch Crick's got it tight oblique.
So you're saying the reason why she's in such good shape is because she has to do all the work on the sex?
Absolutely. Yeah, God, yeah.
Okay. Hello, who's this?
And packing and shipping.
Bubba, it's Doc.
Hi, Doc, my sign guy?
Doc, the fabricator to the stars?
Yes.
What can I say and what can I not say on here?
Well, when you say that, Doc, it immediately wants me to say you can't say nothing. Okay? When you open up with what I cannot say, I can't go through all the things that you cannot say, so I wouldn't really say much.
Listen, I get this box from Bubba yesterday. What the hell is this all about?
What do you mean?
What'd you send him, Bubba?
I don't know. Yeah, tell him, Bubba. What did you send me, pal?
Whoa.
I don't know. What did I send you?
Man, Becky is so jealous. I'm kicked out of the house.
Did you give him some merch?
I don't know. I don't know what I got. Maybe I sent him some shoes. Maybe I sent him some Alpha. I don't know. What did Merch Crick?
Listen, I got this beautiful box that glows when you open it.
Oh, he got the shoes.
Oh, nice.
I must have told Merch Crick.
No.
No. Yeah, I got a ring, man. What the hell?
Oh, yeah, the ring.
Oh, sweet.
Doc didn't know he was getting a ring last year because he was doing this big project for me, and he missed BARP, so he had no idea. Oh, so now I understand why he's so over the top because, like me sending somebody a straw hat or I wouldn't think they would get that excited over it. But the ring, oh, yeah, I could see where somebody would be like, yeah. So what do you think about it?
Dude, I don't deserve that. Come on, man. I told you before we're friends. I'm not in your fucking pocket.
Oh, easy.
I'm not in your pocket.
Easy, Doc. Doc's been talking to you.
I'm not looking to get in your pocket. We've been friends for, 26 years.
And you and the people like you.
And give it to your wife and get back in the house. It's a simple project.
Gene, get back in the shop.
Work.
I got this for you, babe.
No. Just listen, Doc. You earned it. I'll see you soon. I got to go. See you later. Gene, you got one, too.
How'd I pull that off?
And
it's your Gene Lasker.
If the Merch Crick is listening and she's in her merchandise deal, I got you one, too. Yes, wait, and I can't wait for you to see it. Now, let me explain to you what you're looking at. you know that we have a certain section of our listeners that are Bubba Army royalty, and they pay in at least $2,400 to support the show. You know that, right?
Right.
And then then a certain portion of those people eventually are in the Hall of Fame, and you can see that we have a Hall of Fame of the largest contributors for the most part.
And that's the little plastic heads on the wall?
Gene, we like to call that the Hall of Fame, okay? Not the plastic little heads on the wall,
The
okay?
bust, the Hall of
Is
Fame
everybody, every listener bald-headed?
bust. Some of them have
Gene.
hair.
Now, Gene,
Not on them, they don't.
Gene.
There is a
Gene,
go-to
Gene,
template.
Gene. Seth, can you imagine if Roger Goodell was trying to talk to one of the football players in front of the NFL Canton, Ohio Hall of Fame, and
He was roasting the bus.
and the guy's like, "Man, let me tell you something. I don't know if I want to play in this league because if I made it to the top, they make me look bald headed and everything. Man, all your busts look the same. Roger Goodell, who wouldn't be in this stupid thing?" Gene,
When's Gene getting in?
Gene. You gotta endorse and sell and be proud of the product. The product is our show that people are willing to fund and help keep on the air. So you have to be nice to those people, Gene. You can't call them a bunch of little plastic bald-headed figurines. Okay,
But you do realize you work for that money.
Now, hold on.
You put this show on for somebody to listen to, because I'm gonna tell you something. It's kind of boring from 6 to 10. Anything you're doing, if you're going to hear some good sound in the background.
Oh, so you're saying that you can understand where people would want to pay a little bit, like a Netflix subscription.
Oh, look at this, the ring presentation.
Hold on.
Is this an intern?
Now, Gene, that's the merch crick. Say you're sorry. Say you're sorry.
Sorry, merch crick, that he smashes you all the time. What's up, said?
What do you say? Gene, I'm sorry, merch crick.
Boy, this thing is heavy.
That he smashes you all the time. Now, Gene, here's what's going to be super cool, because don't open it.
Okay, don't open it.
Don't open it. I don't want you to open it. I don't want you to open it. I do not want you to open it. I want to stand up because
you spent $1 or $2 just on the box.
Because hold on, the reason why I actually want to watch. Hey, see the shirt I got on today? Lance DeWeese, baby, Pennsylvania Posse. Got to admit, Lance.
Who's he driving for now? Do we know?
No, but you got to admit he's a hell of a dude. And remember back in the Winter Nationals, he would always help us out, or he'd come over and give you a setup.
Yeah,
for real.
Just a good guy.
No, listen, Lance DeWeese knew back in the day. He rolled down here in the Winter Nationals, and him and like Freddie Raymer and stuff, they were like the odds-on favors, but they always knew who the fast local guys were.
Right.
And so they would get to know the fast local guys, and then they would try to kind of help each other out a little bit.
Yeah,
but
we
they figured they would get some good info from the fast, like Jim going, let me tell you something, I'm running 25s on the left and thousands down the right, and like whatever. So I have a Lance DeWeese shirt on. What a great guy, huh?
Yeah, he's still running. He's still winning.
Yeah, I know.
The Scherer family?
I know. So anyway, Gene, I really want to get, because, over the years, don't open it. Do not open it. Because over the years, you've seen everything that I've possibly, like from hats to, we do tennis shoes and cologne and T-shirts, and just over the years, all the things, all the trinkets and stuff. But this truly is how we honor the people that help the show the most. And I want to see your firsthand reaction, because how you respond to this is going to show really the specialness of this. Because if it's cheap and chintzy and be like,
I'll tell you,
he's just he can't help it. So I want your true, honest opinion when you go ahead, open it up. This is made. It's made for you. It has your name on it.
For you, by you.
Holy cow.
Yes. Hold on. He tries to be a dick, and he can't even be a dick about it. Like, is that not? Look at the sides. One side said Lasker. Exactly. Bitch.
Well, let's hear him.
But how'd you pull off spelling it right?
What, Bubba Army? That's not hard.
What's my name?
Lasker, Lasker. I haven't known you for 30 years. What do you think about? That's what everybody that qualifies for Bubba Army royalty. That's
well,
what
you would think you put a bigger hole in it.
What do you mean?
You can't get it on his finger.
Gene, I didn't know your ring size, so we can.
It ain't kid size.
Gene.
He's got to put it on a necklace, Bubba.
It won't even fit on a finger.
Gene.
You did that on purpose.
We can get it sized, okay? It almost fits on your right one. We can get it sized.
Give me another one, and I'll make cufflinks out of it.
No, it's okay.
Has he seen the shoes yet, Bubba?
Wow. You honest to God, you can't say that that's not a super cool thing.
It is a super cool
thing. If it fit you, it'd even be cooler.
And it'd be even cooler if you could wear it.
Yeah, well, most people, we have their ring size. I just guessed on your ring size. Okay, we'll make it bigger.
All
but
right.
is that not? Come on. So you're just trying to be a dick now?
No.
That's just,
you know what?
That is
the black gold.
That
is
that
makes it a nice ring.
And you will admit that it is literally as heavy and the same size and quality as a Super Bowl ring that you would see. A guy
Same
that won,
thing.
made by the same type of people.
Right, but putting the name on the side is that's cool.
Yeah,
I like that you said they're made by the same type of people that make the Super Bowl rings.
I don't even know what I said.
I know what I was going to go
The
with.
black and the goldish on it is pretty cool.
Yeah. So anyway, Gene, there you go, buddy.
Beach Metal Detectives, $10.
So did Dan make his out and put all new diamonds in it for himself?
Meaning take the fake ones out and put new ones in?
Yeah.
No, I don't. But
that's a good idea for him.
I think I'll do mine that way so he don't have to copy me.
Gene, that'd be like $30,000.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Not throwing it away or nothing. You'd leave it in your vault.
Oh, Gene, if you want to go ahead and dig out all the diamonds on your ring and so that they're
I'm gonna
real.
dig them out and put them in red.
Well, Gene, now you're redesigning the ring. Just can't you just be happy for what it is, Gene?
I'm
please.
very happy for what it is.
Okay. Quit taking it like you're gonna dig the diamonds out.
I'm gonna tell you something. 4 of them across one hand would be very good weapon.
There's been a total of. Has there been 6 and this is the 7th, or has there been 5 and this will be the 6th?
This would be the 6th.
So. The next ring coming up, Gene, that was ring 5.
Most people who have 6 have been kicked off the show.
Most are most of the 6 ringers intact, or have we lost them all?
No, we've only lost a couple.
We have lost a couple 6 ringers, though, haven't we?
Yeah, Hootie.
Yeah, Hootie. Well, Hootie and
there's only one other one.
Hootie is the truck driver. The truck bought her.
Yes, he bought the cream machine.
That guy out there for what?
He.
You would never give me nothing on payments, and I'm good for it.
You never asked for. You never need. What are you trying to be funny? You
No,
never.
I'm just trying to say, I'm
just telling you right now. Yeah, but you've never even asked for payments. Like you've never asked for payments
because that's probably a stupid thing to ask.
Well, I mean, you bought a $25,000 motor from me one time, and you paid me cash.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like I've never. Had you said, "Hey, let me tell you something. Can I pay 12.5 now and 12.5 in 30 days?"
Okay.
I would have said, "Hell yeah!" You're really.
Somebody's probably going to kill you soon, so I need my money now.
You just try to be abrasively counter me because for the funniness when you know damn well that if I would do anything for you and you would do anything for me, just like why you're here on Wednesdays. You went on another show after you left and talked a bunch of smack about us. And
no, I didn't talk nothing about you.
Well, listen, hold on, but I've not.
I was on the other show though.
I've not mentioned it. It's not important.
It ain't.
And you and I have been through worse things that we've had to forgive each other for the other one messing up for whatever reason. There's 1,000 different reasons that you and I have pissed each other off, and we don't have to rehash it. When we reunite as friends and start talking again, we just pick it up where we left off. We don't have to rehash why we had an issue. You still like that ring, don't you, huh?
Yes,
See, much
I
as
do.
you're trying to take a shiz on it.
No, I wasn't trying to at all.
So, now, Gene, you need to write this down because you're now part of the show, and we have are you familiar with our annual party called the Bubba Army Royalty Party?
Yeah. How was that one of them?
Okay.
Before?
I think the first one.
Okay.
First one.
So
powder coating by the pond.
So it's this year. Lummy, what's the day? It's always, Gene, I'm sure you'll appreciate this. It's always the weekend of Martin Luther King Day.
Sweet.
And so it's in January, and we have it Thursday night. We have a little get together at Tate's Pizza, like cocktails and like drinks and pizza, basically for everybody that's in town and or who's here. And then Friday we do a Bubba 199 live in the studio, which is like a little music show we do Friday nights at 8:00.
Music show.
Yeah, it's like we're in here playing music, like Macho Man's on the 1 and 2s, and there's some hot chicks. And it'd be something you could bring Sarah to, because it's a couples thing. Like, like there's no single hot.
Well, there's swinging involved.
Yeah, I don't. Is there?
There's cameras.
Oh, shut up, Lasker. So that's Friday night, and then Saturday, Gene, is the party we have here in the parking lot. We put a big tent up. Brian Bernhardt brings a couple of his tents over, and we got it's more of an outside party than it is an inside party. And then the studios are open for the listeners to come in here and look and things like that. And you just mingle and meet everybody. And if people want to take a picture with you because you're a big-time superstar, then we have this Step and Repeat logo backdrop that you can take a picture with, the fine listeners. So can we count you in?
Yeah.
And that's when you get your ring, too. And so you need to get with the merch crick and tell her how she does. She does the ring sizes, her and Ashley. So you probably need to get your, find out what that is and figure out what's that, an 11?
I don't know. Where would you see that at?
On the box, a lot of times it'll have.
On the box?
Does it say your name on the box?
Just says asshole.
So anyway, Gene, listen, we'll get your right ring size, okay, buddy?
Be great.
And then you'll be.
We're gonna need that 15.
I'll probably hone this baby out a little bit.
Oh yeah, you can. Yes, Gene.
Pretty thick.
You can hone it. You can hone it out. Do you have a CNC machine? You can just hone.
I just got some hones I can put on the end of a Milwaukee.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
I'd love to see that.
He's gonna put it in a vise and hone it out with his Milwaukee drill.
I'll video for you.
Perfect.
Is there any way you could tape that, Gene?
Yeah, how you fit a Bubba ring. Show you right away.
So this year, Gene, it's going to be on. Let me see here. It's late this year.
Yeah, MLK is on the 20th.
Yeah, so it's January 16, 17, and 18. Okay, so write that down, and remember January 16, 17, and 18 is
cool.
Now you don't have to hit all three of them. Like, Gene, I only need you for that Saturday night party. Like, that's the only night I really need you for the Saturday night party. If you'd want to do the pizza and drinks thing, but I don't think you'd like Bubba 199 at all. Do you agree? Like,
yeah,
I don't think Lasker wouldn't get it. Like, he wouldn't understand it. Seth, what's your call on that?
Well, I mean,
don't be afraid of the guy. He won't hurt you.
I'm not afraid of the guy. As a man who I am very similar to Lasker, and I don't enjoy 199. I feel like he would not enjoy it as well. Just a couple of real rugged men like ourselves.
Yeah,
I think he'd like Tate's though. Free food and
I
drinks.
think free beer and pizza and Ty J Armstrong's there. Lummy, that Cash App is working. Did you just miss the Roger Evans?
You got it before me. I haven't got it yet.
Wow.
There we go. Roger Evans. Thank you, Cash App 10.
Cash App, Venmo, PayPal at the Bubba Army. So, Gene, on that Saturday, I need you and your lovely wife, because it's a couples thing. If you got a wife, bring her. And, boy, that Lasker, people are going to freak out when they see your wife.
Oh, yeah.
Like, for real. Like, that's going to be the whole. Let me, when we come back on the air Monday after Barp, there's always a scuttlebutt. Like, there was always, Will's two girls showed their knockers, or, Heather Wiz wasn't wearing panties, or just there's always some kind of undertone, right?
Yep.
The undertone's going to be, man, how about Lasker's wife? Whoa. Oof. Like, way above the rim. So anyway, Lasker, make sure you're there for Saturday, okay? Because you're part of the show now, and you'll get your new ring and all of that.
Okay.
Let me today, Alex Stein at 9:15.
Yes.
Here is now. This is on our YouTube channel, and did it get posted yesterday, Lummy?
Yes, it did.
Dan first discovered these cinnamon swirl pancakes at Metro Diner.
Actually, we got to give credit where credit's due. It was your sister.
Oh, Tara?
Yeah.
All right. So Tara, one day, God bless her soul, and she, like, Gina, and she's so much cooler than me. Like, I mean,
You think?
like you know, what
Seriously,
do you think?
man.
What do you think my mom, like when
Your mom was doing the mailman.
Well, hold on. Just listen to me. You didn't hear the question yet. When my mom's sitting in a recliner and she's thinking about her 2 kids, what do you think my mom thinks? And by the way, you
wore
know,
nylons on that dude.
you should have wore nylons on that dude. What, my father?
No, you.
You should have worn nylons on me. You mean like over my head to smother me?
No, while she was having you, you just came out, you know. Do it. I'm sorry.
I don't know if
she didn't need to have you.
Yeah.
She just needed to have Tara, and she'd had this perfect life imaginable because they're the nicest people in the world.
Right.
And then, you know, they got the devil.
So, and like you're saying, with regards to like sometimes family has one of those people in the family that, you know.
Oh, you definitely got that.
Am I that
you're
guy?
You're the Shakespeare of books.
Am I that guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Been that guy.
Well, I mean, even when I was rolling hard, I think I was that guy too.
Oh man.
Really, that guy?
We're on TV now.
What?
We're on TV now. Can't hide it.
So let me, if you go to our YouTube channel, so Tara, my millionaire ass kicking, love her guardian angel.
Have you called her?
Tara?
Yeah.
Talked to her yesterday.
Okay, good.
No, we texted.
Okay.
Is that?
Well, no, I
got me on a text. Do you know something that I don't know?
No. I just did the pod with her, and I know that she's dealing with a lot right now.
Why did she say that on the pod?
I don't know if we talked. I mean, I don't know how much we talked about on the pod, what we talked about like while we weren't recording, but I mean, I just know that she's dealing with a lot. I know
she putting heat on me.
No, I just
her
know
business.
No, I just know that like your mom and stuff. It's hard on her, you know.
Yeah.
Just like seeing your mom like that and taking
I hope she didn't throw me under the bus saying that I don't help.
She did not say
because I try. I help as much as I can.
She did not say anything bad about you at all. We just talked about her because I was just trying to make sure that she was good.
Yeah, I think her mentals are. I really do think my sister is on the verge of having a nervous breakdown. Maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why I was just trying to, make sure
because
that
she's got to be like, she has like 500 employees and she's the CEO of this company. And like, you know, she has to like, there's so many things that she has to deal with on a daily basis. And then she's got, you know, mom who just slip and fall and hurt herself and needs constant care. And listen, at the end of the day, my mom is becoming a little bit older where, you know, that elderly person needs, you know, daily interaction. You know, it just does. And, you know, I think we're at that point. And Tara is
her brother works 4 hours a day and don't help much. You already got this boat floating. Might as well help your mom out.
Works more than 4.
Wow.
Yeah, 5.5, Gene.
So, Gene, but I live so far away. I mean, I live like you. You know how far it is. She lives.
You know how far away she's gonna be when she's gone?
Oh, jeez. Man, he's on fire.
I mean, he's right.
I'm just saying.
You only get
I don't
one
have
mom.
a mom, so I can't even try to help her.
You know, meaning you can't even like fathom.
No, I can't fathom.
the
I
connection the connection that a son would have with their mother because you
I've
don't
never called home and been able to lay on the couch and have a bologna sandwich from my mom. I never had that. You did.
Yeah. Thanks for
You
reminding
got to see your mom naked too.
I didn't see my mom naked one time.
You saw those jiggly knocks.
Gene, you're gonna make Gene uncomfortable. He's like, man, stop saying my Bubba's mom's knocker. Stop it. Well, anyway, so I feel as if maybe some of this was projected on the podcast, and I need to maybe call Tara and ask her, you know.
No, there was no.
Do I need to go over there every day?
No, Bubba. It was just I was just talking about her as a daughter, as someone who runs a business. You know, just like what she's feeling right now. We just her and I we talked about that. There's just a lot of overwhelming spots in life, and the older you get, the smaller the gaps are in between those overwhelming moments.
Did you call her to tell on Bubba yesterday?
Probably.
No,
Payback.
I don't think so.
Did you call my sister yesterday and said, I just got done doing a podcast with your brother.
Yelled at me.
And he made me feel horrible, and I'm freaked out right now, and I can't deal with it. I needed somebody to talk to. You tell me you didn't.
No, okay, no.
Tell me you didn't.
I was like, wow, did I? No, I did not. The last thing
that'd be really a dirty dog move for me because we're working.
The last thing I sent her,
we're friends.
The last thing I sent her was she said that something, I don't know, she wasn't doing well, and I sent her Airplane Willie on Twitter said that she was so hot, and I sent her a screenshot. I was like, Airplane Willie said you're hot, so there's really nothing to be upset about in your life right now. I didn't hear back from her, but that was the last thing I told her about.
Okay, when was that?
That was yesterday.
At what time?
Probably like 3 or 4.
Oh, I was in bed. So
okay.
Zach for two, $10 cash
I've been saying. But maybe like my family knows, like if it's after 6, don't contact me.
Oh, they know.
And so, like, you think I should lift that? I should lift that ruling.
I think Tara knows to get around. She has she can get around you being asleep easily. She can talk to Merch Crick, Lummy. I mean, Dr. Dan. She can get a hold of anybody.
Sure. All right. Well, I'm gonna call her today to make sure she's okay. Now that you kind of give me that little bit of indicator that she might not be okay.
Yeah. No. I'm just letting you know. It was something about you. Just your sister.
So anyway, if you want to go to our YouTube channel. So Tara, back to my original story. Tara orders this all breakfast one day. She caters it in because she's the coolest bitch ever. And she sends an assortment of different things, and one of which were these cinnamon swirl pancakes, right, Lemmy?
Yes.
And everybody oh my God. In fact, Gene said he was listening to the air that he made us.
I called my wife and she dialed it in. She had a DoorDash.
Yeah. So Lasker doesn't know how to DoorDash or Uber, so he calls his wife, Seth, and he has to tell her, "Hey, honey, can you send me some pancakes from Metro Diner to the shop? You know the address, of course."
That's how I knew he had a good woman before I found out that she put his socks on for him.
I'm just saying. So Gene, mysteriously, she gets your pancakes, and so you've tried these, and how good are they? I mean,
they're too good.
I mean, they could be a problem good. Oh my God, they're so good,
man.
So anyway,
I just eat the center, then throw the rest of it away, so I don't think I'm getting fat over it.
What's that now?
Just eat the center of the top one.
Is that it?
Yeah, man. You can't eat 2 pounds of pancakes.
Okay, I'm just saying.
You eat the whole thing?
No, I can only eat the top one.
Just 1 pound.
Yep.
And it's all the icing, so it might be a little bigger than a pound.
Yeah.
It takes the heavy icing.
So anyway, we go on and on about him. Maria Guatemala, who's Bubba Army royalty.
Yeah.
And hot. She's like, I can make those pancakes. Now, mind you, she's just not out of nowhere. Zeth, you would agree, like just not out of nowhere.
No, she was in a Guatemalan prison, and they taught her how to cook for 3 years.
And she has made some cakes for the show, like these specialty cakes that would cost like $600 or $700, and is better quality than any professional cake maker I've ever seen.
So does she make them?
She makes all of her own frosting. She makes all of her own. She made Dan a cake that was a breast augmentation and that had surgical tools, and the gold surgical tools were edible chocolate. And she had one breast implant cut halfway, the boob underneath, and it bulging out, and she used gummy bears to create the bulge. And she actually had breast implants. You know how what they look like? They're clear things.
Uh-huh.
She had one of those poking out, and those were made out of gummy bears. Like, I mean, she is culinarily. I think that's the right. I think I said that right. Culinarily. She is one of the best bakers I've ever seen in my entire life. Like she, I guess, looked up or Googled Metro Diner cinnamon pancakes.
Anthony Bellum 10, and she said she got one and broke it down.
Oh, so she bought one and then reverse engineered it?
Yeah.
Okay. I know how to do this.
Well, no name Willie, he doesn't like cinnamon, so he couldn't get in on the mix.
Right. So her and Merch Crick made us some, And they were, in fact, they were even better because they were about half the size of the Metro Diner ones, so they were far more manageable. Because Gene, those ones from Metro, they're almost too much.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, so they made us two. We each got two little ones. But oh my God, remember them? They put pecans and
they were good.
So they did a video. The Merch Crick and Maria Guatemala did a video that's available on our YouTube channel.
That's a lot of comments for only being up for 19 hours.
Which is again, our YouTube channel is YouTube /The Bubba Army.
People are definitely going to town on this video.
And so, both of Maria Guatemala and the Merch Crick, if just right off the top of your head, what's the first things you think of when you think of those two?
Boobs.
I mean, like, hey, Maria Guatemala's got nice boobs, and the Merch Cricks have got nice knockers.
Yes.
Can I just say, even if they didn't have knockers, I think this is a very, very flattering angle.
Oh yeah, we used the blender last time. We didn't use the blender this time, but it's here.
That's the Guatemalan right there.
That's the Guatemalan. Gene,
can you full screen it?
Gene, can I tell you something? She's kind of like your wife, like the way old school treat my man. Like she's kind of like Sarah. Like that attitude where I got to take care of my man, and she can cook, and she can clean, and she can look good. You know what I'm saying? Maria Guatemala.
Is she Mexican?
She's
Maria Guatemala.
Maria Guatemala.
It's in Europe.
Hold on. What do you think?
Guatemalan is a Guatemalan?
Yeah. A Guatemalan is a Guatemalan.
Okay.
I think that's a true statement, Gene. What's that again? What is it again?
A Guatemalan
is
a Guatemalan.
There you go. And what do you think Maria is?
Mexican.
No, Gene.
Seriously.
She's.
See her jaw?
Oh, Jesus.
Let me. I'm sorry. Gene, she's Guatemalan.
Okay.
Her name's Maria.
So is that a breakout from Mexican? Is it close to it or something?
I'm sure there was.
It's right down the street.
I mean, it's not too far from Mexico.
Okay, then.
Anybody south of Miami really hates being called Mexican if they're not Mexican. You know?
Yeah, Gene.
If I was from Mexico, I would be a proud Mexican.
Okay, well,
I'd be a proud black guy if I was black. I'd be a proud gray guy if I was gray.
Why can't she be a proud Guatemalan?
God made me white. What's that?
Why can't she talk about white privilege? Jesus, Gene, God made me white.
I mean, he's speaking facts, Bubba. There's nothing we can argue with on that.
You're right. So her name's Maria Guatemala because she's from Guatemala. So what is she?
Guatemalan.
There you go. So she's
I still don't know where it's at. Is that one of them little?
Gene, what do you think? Where do you think Guatemala is?
The big ships docked there for 4 days at a time.
Are you talking about the Panama Canal?
Oh, is that where it's at?
It's close.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
But she's Costa Rican too.
Well, she's got some of that in her, yeah.
All right,
that's close too.
Yeah, that's
they
close.
They don't know what they are down there.
El Salvador.
Yeah, they're all mixed up.
Panama.
Is it the Merch Crick Mexican?
Merch Crick is Spanish.
She's something.
She's Spanish. So here, I'm just going to play a small portion of this video. But you need to go watch it in its entirety. I think Rat, you're saying that it's showing great numbers so far.
Yeah, it's like 3,000 right now.
I should have showed mine.
Showed what?
I did this. I did it for the grandbabies the other day.
Hi, we're Maria and Erica, and
I
we're
did mine a little
make
different.
Gene. You did one?
Yeah, you just go right there to the frozen department and you buy them Swiss rolls. Just with the icing in right there, and you just pop them open and put them in the oven, cook them for 5 minutes less than they're supposed to. Then take it and lay it in the pan with a lot of butter on the center, and then pour the pancake batter around it. And then,
do you have video of Gene's kitchen?
I should have had a video of it.
Yeah,
that sounds gnarly.
Next time
it worked fine.
Next time Gene
it worked fine.
Next time Gene does Gene's kitchen, I think you should have your wife film it.
Yeah, because I make a poop sandwich too.
You make what?
Poop sandwich.
What is that?
You know what?
For the grandbabies.
Seth.
That's all. Papa, we want a poop sandwich.
No.
What's a poop sandwich?
Gene, everybody needs a burn timeout. Gene, is there a thing that you make that's ingredients do not include poop that resembles poop that you call a poop sandwich?
Exactly.
Is it Nutella?
No, what I do is I take 2 waffles.
Yeah.
And on one waffle,
By the way, Gene is describing what Gene Lasker's poop sandwich is made of.
I put the butter on one waffle, on all the little holes on the left one. And on the right one, I put the pancake syrup in the holes. Boom, boom. And then on the right one, I put a ham slice over the liquid that's in the holes. And then on the left side where the butter's at, I put the cheese over that one. And then in between it, I put the over easy egg in the middle.
Yeah, I want a poop sandwich immediately.
So then when they grab that sandwich and it's sitting there and they squeeze it to bite, it pops the egg, the syrup comes out the side, and the egg is dripping, and so is the syrup, and so is the butter on the right side.
All over your hand.
And it's dripping on the plate, and it's pooping.
Gene, Seth, don't you think that'd be a definite video
definitely
that Bubba Army might enjoy? Gene's making of his infamous poop sandwich.
Yeah. Gene Lasker makes a poop sandwich.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you got to title it.
Yeah, Gene Lasker makes a poop sandwich.
Cinnamon roll pancakes.
Probably is far more entertaining than, I don't know, 86 inches of jugs.
First,
can you get her intro again, Bubba?
Can I get what?
I love her Maria's intro.
Oh, okay. Hold on here.
Hi, we're Maria and Erica, and we're going to make cinnamon roll pancakes.
Oh, I think you said we're Maria and Erica.
Yeah.
Merch Crick, you know that I'm big on quality and enunciation. You should have stopped her immediately. And you said I have a little less of an accent. I might be able to be more understandable. But just shows you the Merch Crick just will sit there and take it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't look at the first 7 seconds as a failure at all.
Okay.
Roll pancakes. First, we're going to need to make the swirl.
By the way, I love Maria's accent.
I know, because it almost seems like she's annoyed doing it.
She's not, but her
it looks like someone made her
it comes across as really condescending, does it not?
It's like someone made her get down to showing some nice cleavage and forced to make pancakes.
When really she wanted to do this more than anything. But she's just so stiff. I think the Guatemalan culture is.
Well, you can perfectly see she's mad because her stove's broke and she's got to use that portable gimmick. That's why she's mad when nobody even knows that. Can't you see that in the film?
I think that's Bubba's stove.
Gene, shut up. Just shut up. Remember, do you remember what we remember? The Gene.
Why is she on the portable?
The 1, 2, 3 Gene.
That is a portable, right?
The Gene 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about it again, and don't say it. The Gene 1, 2, 3.
Okay, just asking while we got. Oh man, she's got to rebuild it too.
Have it not too high because you just want to melt the butter. You don't want it to.
You just want to melt the butter. You don't want it to
boil. We're melting.
By the way, Merch Crick can't even boil water. Like I'm telling you, she's the worst chef ever.
She looks intimidated, really.
Step one.
She's never seen a pot.
We're gonna need a whole cup of butter, which is 2 sticks. 2 sticks is a whole cup of butter.
2 sticks.
What are you? The parrot?
It's like she's doing the sign language.
Exactly. She's a sign language person.
To wait until it melts.
Wait till it melts.
And once it's melted, we're going to add the rest of the ingredients.
Step 1, melting butter.
Step 2, rub butter on our boobies.
1 step.
Yeah, Lummy. I think that's what everybody's waiting for.
Exactly.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
They go through the whole 22 minutes just waiting for them to lather themselves up with that to Land O'Lakes, and it never happens.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com.
Right now.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Call into Bert?
We already tried 5.
I mean, it's fucking up everything, Lummy.
Macho, we'll just have a meeting with Mike Rail.
Where's Macho? He's at 1040 right now.
Yeah.
We will say 1040.
How you like that ring?
It's pretty badass, man. The color is awesome.
I know it.
That black with the gold
turned out
tip,
really.
yeah.
It turned out really good this year.
We were putting my my little models up in a cabinet. Finally got the cabinet up in the garage, and I was showing Coben our billboards from back in the day.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, the Great White Meat.
Something I was going to ask you, I forgot now. Oh, I was watching Flow or Dirt Vision or some bullshit channel this weekend, and it was a fucking sprint car race up north, and Morgan, it was 5,000 to win, and it was only 8 cars. And it was like it looked like just a bull ring, a little bit bigger than Showtime.
Right.
And it was up north somewhere, and it was 5,000 to win. And his kid started 4th, and got up to 2nd. Then they had a red, and he got 3rd, and the kid's there, like he's fucking the Hamilton kid.
Yeah.
And then the motherfucker went into a corner, overdrove it, got freight trained, and finished 7th out of 8 cars. And I'm like, man, I guarantee you Kurt's fucking mad as hell about that.
Yeah, but it wasn't the kid's fault. It was the track was so rough, and it was beating the bottom of the car up that they raised the car a little bit. And when they raised the car a little bit, they didn't raise the front wing anymore and left it the same. And as he got his nose underneath somebody, got behind him, it picked the front wheels off the car off the ground and wouldn't let it steer. So he had to back off the guy and then try to make a run on him. So he was trying different things, and it just wasn't working for him. So he said, okay.
He's a good driver, though, isn't he?
Oh, he's probably one of the best. Yeah.
But
And
Kurt,
Davey Hamilton Jr., bro.
I know Kurt went and got him out of Indiana, didn't he?
No.
Yeah.
No. So, Davey Hamilton Jr. is got a girlfriend, and they broke up, hate each other. He's down in Miami doing something for where the Indy cars come.
Right.
And he calls her up and says, I got your gig. They're going to pay you $5,000 a day. All you're going to do is put a spark plug uniform on, and we're going to take pictures of you. And then, it's got nothing to do with me and you. Maybe we can talk, maybe we don't, but I'm just going to help you out so you can make this money because she's so beautiful. So she flies her down here, snatches her up, ties her up, keeps her in the motel for 3 days, and she finally gets away. He goes to jail, but Grandma's got so much money that they got him out of it. Now, he did some jail time, like 6 months, 7 months, right? Got him out, but he's on solid paper, hard for 5 years. That's why he's in Florida. So he asked Kurt Morgan when Kurt Morgan said, I'm looking for a driver. I can drive. That's how he got him.
So probably how Kurt got somebody that quality for that cheap. Because he's
not only that, it's just the whole family. Since then he's hung out with Tony Stewart. He's hung out with Larson. He's hung out with AJ Foyt. He's hung out with Gary Lyondike.
Right.
Mario Andretti rode him in the 2-seater at Indy.
Oh yeah, I mean he's up and coming.
But he'll never go nowhere because of what's happening.
So you're saying this is the best it gets?
Best it gets for him.
Because corporately they'll always
When
show.
you pop his name up, it pops up.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Were you sleeping in and missed the first hour of the show?
Are you ready?
Don't worry, it's all at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Now back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Lasker just explained something to me off mic that I thought I had figured out. But then Lasker puts his Lasker, I've lived life as straight, on the streets. Gene, you don't have a college degree.
No.
But you have a doctorate of life because you just have seen and done a lot of.
That's more valuable.
A lot of the dark side of our world. You've danced on more of the dark side of our world than you have the happy family that looks like Little House on the Prairie. Everything's going good. All the neighbors think that you're a good person. Fake. You haven't lived that life. You've lived on the other. You know what? Here we go. You've lived on the other side of the tracks all your life. And that's a metaphor in life where when you say, oh, they live on the other side of the tracks, it's a metaphor of they lived a harder life than you've been more blessed and more. The people on the other side on the right side of the tracks are the middle class to real judgy rich people, and they look at people like Gene. That guy lives on the other side of the tracks because he's a little rough around the edges. He's seen and done life. So Gene just explained something to me that I thought I understood, but Gene gave me the street level version of it, and it just makes so much sense. So Gene, here's my proposal. Seth, I got that one thing coming out here soon.
Yes.
And I think some people have watched it and given me their opinions or things like that. I think I almost need to let Gene watch it.
Yes.
Because Gene just thinks that now 60% of the time, the thing that comes out of Gene's mouth is dumb. Like, it's just dumb. It's simpleton and dumb. But Lummy, you get that 30 to 40% brilliance. Yep. Like Socrates, deep down white Trizash brilliance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, Gene, I think I'm going to have you look at something for me and then Gene it up. Like, give me your Gene opinion.
The real one or yours?
No. You don't know what we're talking about.
I know.
But when I give this thing for you to watch, I want you to give me your opinion on what you think about it. Is it good? Does it suck?
Fine.
They were wrong on this. Did they think about that? I watched it and I thought about this and it wasn't in there about
okay, yeah.
So,
Seth, taking it home for homework?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'll pay you like to be a consultant. Like, I'll give you like $100 to watch, 3 hours worth of material.
Okay.
I mean, that's like it's like $33 an hour. It's pretty good money.
I mean, I'm here as an understudy if Gene can't do it.
Right. Especially at that rate.
I mean, it's a good rate, right? It's a good running rate, I think, to watch
right.
that.
Meanwhile, my Lummy would be like, I watch it for free, Bubba.
Of course.
Because I love you.
I would.
So anyway, Seth, I really feel like we can't.
All right, you guys in this room don't think he's going to really pay me now, do you? Okay, so you can love me, you can do it for free, except you can cry that you do it for half price, whatever. He ain't paying me.
And you aren't doing it for free, so that's it.
Well, he will.
No, I will.
He will, because he loves it. He loves to be able to look at stuff and pick it apart. And then as mad as I get on most of it, Lummy, a couple times he's right. I'd be like, okay, that's stupid. No, oh, hold on. Okay, I get it. Okay. And then Gene has some absolute, utter straight from the other side of the tracks brilliance. You know what I'm saying?
That 35%.
Yeah, that 35% that he hits on. Gene, somebody had told me that you'd put on Facebook or something like that you got hurt at work.
I'm hurt right now, bro.
Hold on, and that you have to maybe go through 2 operations.
Yep, on my right arm.
And that you got smashed. Now, hold on, I don't mean to laugh.
I got smashed.
But somebody smashed you between a forklift
and a 45-foot or 10-foot tall roller fence.
So am I assuming you're out there unloading or loading? Some other guy's driving the forklift, and he hits the wrong. We have
45-foot long fence. We take the forklift and go to the center of the fence and take one of the forks that's got the ball on the end so the strap can't slide off, and lift the gate up and try to get it close to level so it's not hard to lift or lower each end while you're turning and making a move to get it hung on a rack. Okay.
Right. So where are
you?
But
my tough guy, JD, the dude's he's muscles, and he grabs the back of the fence, and we're in a hurry, so they're not wanting to stop and make me move the forklift because they didn't have it right. He had about 3 cogs back too far, so he had to hold the fence down on the back and because it was heavy on the front. And then so the front guy, he don't feel nothing because it feels level to him because JD's holding all the weight. Now JD should have said, "Let's let it down and we'll do this."
But JD's got superhuman strength. So
yeah,
like,
man, the
so
guy's strong, and we're not.
Right.
And I said, so I hopped off and I grabbed as I put my arm through the pickets, and thinking I'm just going to hold it against me. And when he lets go,
and it completely
took off
like a cartoon character.
It went straight up in the air, and then the bottom of the bottom of the bracket.
You and your arm with you.
Dude, it almost took my arm off.
Ooh. Oh my God.
Okay, I mean I'm weighing in 260.
Now is it?
So it took 260. Just drug me like a rag doll.
Is it your right arm?
Yeah.
Is that why you're a little gimp on that one?
Yep.
Like if I went over there after the break,
if I showed you, it tore all the bicep muscles off.
But if I'm saying if I went over there and like hit you real hard on the how bad?
I'll stab you. Okay, don't.
See, Seth, that's what you need to start incorporating. Next time I go to hit you, you get out this
hit
knife.
Hit him back. He quits it.
But get this knife out and be like, "I'll stab you." See,
I can work up to that.
Where's that $10,000 show knife?
It's up by Bubba.
Well,
Bubba has that one.
Oh, he has that one.
Still, I mean, you.
I used to have it around me.
Like if
there's a machete here too.
Because Gene travels on the other side of the tracks. If you wanted a real switchblade, Gene could get you one. So like Seth, you should be like saying, "Hey Gene, can you get me a real switchblade?" But I'm afraid that Seth would. You got to know how to operate a switchblade, or it'll tear you up.
It'll get you.
And so
who better to show me than Uncle Gene?
What I'm saying is, I don't know. You having a switchblade, you get nervous all of a sudden and open it up the wrong way, and then now you stab yourself in the gut.
Why? I'm about to get a gun from Nick. I'm about to be carrying 24/7.
Oh God!
Listen,
stay strapped.
Let's just say this right now: you cannot bring your firearm into the building.
Why?
I thought that's what being a Floridian's all about, is taking your gun everywhere.
Can you check? You check it in at the door.
Listen to me.
Check it in,
Seth. This is my show. Gene, just like all your workers, your sandblasters, and the guy who almost killed you, and you got 3 or 4 workers down there. You're the boss, right? You're the boss. What you say goes.
I tell him to carry it.
Well, this isn't your place.
Well, you just said it at my place.
I know.
Right.
Okay, your rule, I guess you tell your guys carry it.
Yeah.
Well,
looks like you're living in Biden's America, buddy. I'm over here in Trump USA, where I like to take my gun into work.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, Lummy. So if for those, okay, that's great. I'm glad I'm getting overruled now. I have a gun.
Yeah,
I've seen that little thing.
You don't think this little thing will
I have an AK.
You're not bringing an AK to work. Okay?
I like that's the only one I like to handle.
Bubba, I'm sorry.
See, can you see what you do, Gene?
I know.
You son of a
promise,
bitch.
I promise you
son
that
of a bitch. You set me up for failure.
You got me excited.
With a snowflake ass employee. You know where I was going with it. Now he thinks he has every right to carry an AK because you allow your guys to.
Yeah, he sits right next to you. He's got the right to do anything he wants now.
You're here once a month, and now Seth's gonna have a gun 5 days a week.
Let's just.
Bubba's just hired him as a consultant. I mean, like,
Gene, think about this. The craziest guy at work. If you had a crazy guy at work, out of all of us, Seth is the crazy one. Okay.
But he might not be as crazy anymore if he had a gun because he knows he's safe. Because his bare hands can't fix himself.
Yeah, but we don't need that. The coworkers. He could also snap, have one of his episodes, and shoot us all and kill us.
But your whole family's name would be gone too, Seth, if that happened to him.
Well, that's absolutely.
At that point, Seth could care less about his family.
What are you talking about? I'm just
saying, you are probably the most mentally unstable person here, and I don't know if
he
I want to
seem like that to me.
Okay, you don't have to work with him, Gene. Now, do you?
Know him for 5 minutes, though.
So say you're sorry. I mean, like you can't come in here and sabotage my business.
I told you that I was not going to make heat with you, so Seth would jump aboard because he'd been hard on you for a while now. And I was going to keep that from happening, and evidently I can't.
I've been hard on you. What the hell?
So what I'm saying, Gene, is just like this might have to go to an employee vote, and that is
there's where you've vanilla'd it right up. What do you mean? You say no, it's no.
You let that psychopath Blitz carry like 6 guns on him every day.
Yeah, and look where it got me.
He even had a little one in his Crocs.
I know. Look where it got me.
Yeah,
got me ripped off. I need to keep. If I had another,
you know, some things.
I'm just telling you right now,
just
man.
happen, and
I'm
it's
just telling
terrible.
you right now, man. If I get
sad.
if I get ripped off again that badly, we're done. Like this,
like you're gonna kill somebody?
No, we're no longer on the air. We are no longer sustainable. Financially,
like our careers are over.
I can no longer pay all the bills that are required to put on this radio program. So this radio program is over. It's over.
I don't believe that.
There's a poll up right now on YouTube.
See y'all later.
Well, you don't need anybody here. Maybe keep the Macho Man to keep everything turned on. That's pretty much all you need.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't need to hand it over to Lasker or to Seth or to you just do what you do.
Well, I'd get Lummy to come in here and work for free.
Oh, thank you.
And just be me and Lummy.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Because you don't need.
So, Lummy, at the end of the day, it's just me and you, and I really can't pay you that much. But I know your wife makes a ton. Oh, here's why we're gonna be okay. Listen, everybody can abandon us, Gene, and everybody could get mad at us through various changes. Because Seth, we've been reading the emails and Reddit. Like, we're very hated. Like, people hate us. Like, there's no way people can hate us as much as they do, and we continue to be successful.
Bubba, I was thinking about this.
This is going to end one of these days badly.
I was thinking about this. How come you just haven't embraced the hate after all these years?
I don't. What do you mean?
I'm just surprised.
I don't understand it either. Everybody embraces the heat in their life sooner or later.
I know that, but
nobody did it any bigger than me.
It seems like to me though, is that like the political environment that we live in.
That's okay. I get that.
And so like you can't really be and I think one thing that
it's tough to be hated for having an opinion on politics is what you're saying. Yeah, I get that.
It really is. No, and especially if you are a talking head or a content creator or a talk show host, a men skewing pop culture, lifestyle, at the things that, we're not here. We're not a sports show. We're not a financial show. We're not a cooking show. We're not a stand-up comedian show. We're a bunch of dudes that, cynically talk about our lives and things that are happening around our world. And it's impossible, no matter what circle you travel in, not to be talking about politics right now. Everybody's, guy, I'm sure.
Everything on TV.
I mean, everything. A third of what you see on TV is about all this political stuff that's going on. You talk about it at work. You talk about it with your friends. You see it on every aspect of social media that you go to. And so if you're a talk show, people usually want our opinions, and then they agree or disagree, but our opinions, we hope, are at least entertaining for you. Take it for entertainment value more than anything, because who are we? We're not a bunch of political experts.
But all we are is worried about how many viewers viewed it or said something, right? When it comes down to it.
I mean, at the end of the day. But
all right, well then keep the hate going, because that's got to be worth 50% of viewing.
Keep the hate going, because it's got to be worth 50%.
Even if you got 50% of hate, 30% of that, 50% are lying.
Seth, as non-corporate as that is, it really is pretty organic, is it not?
Oh yeah.
Keep the hate going, because it's got to be 50% of the viewing.
It speaks to me.
So I get this email from a guy that I know.
You know him?
Gary. He was he used to work for Hex Head Art.
Oh, yeah.
Super good dude.
Oh.
Super good dude. And I guess I think he's left Hex Head and is doing something else now. I've not kept track of Gary, but I know who Gary is. So he's definitely an acquaintance. And I didn't know that political talk or opinion made him this mad. And I don't understand how it can make anybody this mad.
Well, can I tell you what I think it is too, Bubba? I think there might be some people that are upset because they know that you have a big influence, so they might feel like that you hold the country's fate in your
no,
hands?
No, hell no. I have such a small little thumbprint. What I think and say is minuscule compared to the big. I mean, you got Joe Rogan and Crowder and Dan Bonagino and Glenn Beck and all these big time movers and shakers. I'm this little.
There's only 3 of them.
There's quite a bit of them.
Ben Shapiro.
You're right up there.
No, I'm not.
People listen to you.
And so, what I feel, or don't ever rely on me for anything. Period.
Well, that's because you got to get when they get to know you.
I agree. Okay, so let me. This is an email from Gary. From Gary. I agree. Our choices are shiz. But when you say the lesser of two evils is Trump, you mean the guy that as a career crook? Do you forget about the 25 years of reputation he had before he was the president? Failed businesses on top of failed businesses, on top of a scam university, on top of weaseling out of paying untold amounts of small business contractors that built his empire. The amount of blue-collar people he has screwed over in his life is appalling. Are you forgetting all of that? Gary? Yeah, I am. Because you know what? That, to me, makes him more coherent and maybe of the two people, if you break it on down to all that stuff that you hate about him. Oh, here, let me finish the email before I give you my monologue. Are you forgetting all of that? And then it turns out it's fake that he's being held accountable for recent illegal stuff. Yeah, you have proof you have proof he effed a porn star, and you think that trial was a sham. Please explain. Please explain how the lesser of two evils is the most disliked poop bird career criminal that you've ever seen. Gary, formerly from Hex Head Art. Gary, let me explain to you, and I framed it by this, saying that if somebody had a gun to your head and you had to vote for one of the two, Biden or Trump, I think I would vote for Trump. I'm not endorsing Trump necessarily, although, I mean, if I was to be intellectually honest, I guess I probably am, just because, and here's what I use as a litmus test. This guy who got in, the first day he got in, he shut down this pipeline that we were going to be able to pipe in our own domestic oil from, and it was two-thirds to being done. 2/3. It would have been done by now, which would have been a really great resource to have.
99 cents a gallon.
Not to be, we're so reliant on OPEC. And he shut that down. That was day one. He shut it down. The pipeline was 2/3 done because it was going to go through some bird sanctuary and through Moose Knuckle Ridge or something like that. It was going to be environmentally not cool. Now, you built 70% of it. So all the damage that you did and all to whatever environment you did to 2/3 of it, that's okay. But we're just going to let it sit here and rot. I think that's going to be more environmentally unfriendly than anything. An unused pipeline just sitting there to rot, right? Mm-hmm. So he shut that down. He opened up the borders. And there was one other thing he did. There was one other thing. Open up the borders, shut the pipeline down.
He dry humped Kamala.
He might have sniffed some hair that day. There was one other thing. So here's the deal. This is what I use as a template. And that is, truly, I don't care about what the Biden or Trump feels about abortion. Nobody's really ever going to, no president, Trump or Biden, no president's ever going to be able to take your guns away. The Second Amendment will never be, it's just like it's not going to happen. So you don't even consider those things. You do more like a practical equation or a practical situation as to what the president that the guy you put in there next year, let's say next February. So by next February, there's going to be either the same guy or Trump, right?
Yep.
And so, so who do I like better to get on a plane and go to Ukraine and have a summit with Putin and Zelensky or whatever the hell name, and have enough cognitive minds, be sharp enough to negotiate a ceasefire deal involving two full of themselves narcissistic leaders, one of which is probably the most powerful person in the world. Does Donald Trump have a better opportunity into having that meeting and having a good outcome, or does Joe Biden have a better opportunity to go to that meeting and have a better outcome? I don't even know if Joe would know what meeting he was at. Joe, huh? This is Zelensky from Ukraine, and this is Putin from Russia. We'd like for you to see if you can get these guys on the same plane. Like, we want to work this deal out, okay, Joe? You know, I one time ate some cannibals on a biplane. One time, my dad.
His grandpa, I think.
My grandpa was a
Or
cannibal.
uncle. I think it was uncle.
My uncle was a pilot who ate people. I'd be like, what? Meanwhile, Donald Trump would be like, okay, listen, you two. Listen, Putin, you got to chill out a little bit. Just got to chill out. Just got to chill out. And listen, Zelensky, you know, they've already taken some land, so just go ahead and give them that land. Let them have it. Putin, that's your land right there. You took it over. It's all you.
I mean, how does that end? I mean,
That's how you do it.
if he does have access to Putin, like, what does he say? Like,
You go like, listen, Putin, you already took some land. The land that you wanted, you took. So let's not get greedy. Let's go ahead and give you that land. That's now Russia. Let's cease fire. Let's sign a big agreement and say that this is your land and you're not going to be firing on them anymore, okay?
We're lifting
Now,
all sanctions.
Lifting all sanctions. Everything's going to be great, okay? You can sell your oil again. You can do all the stuff you wanted to do, Putin. And then let me tell you something, Zelensky. You know, sometimes you got to give a little bit. I've had to give a few skyscrapers away in order to get a couple other skyscrapers, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, this land that you're giving away, they pretty much lived life as Russians anyway. They wanted to be part of Russia all along. So just let them have it. Let it go bye-bye. It's like, you know, 500 square miles. It's not a big deal. Bye-bye. Okay, listen. Sign right here that you're not going to do any stupid stuff. And there you go, guys. We got ourselves a deal. Right?
Yeah,
I
there you
mean,
go.
you know, can Joe come up with that? Well, I like ice cream and smelling girls' hair.
Poop my pants.
I poop my pants. I fall off stages. Here's our lovely president. He's going to tell us. Again, Gary, I know I've probably lost you as a listener because I've used your email as an example of what I don't care you write in. Like, I'm not going to change my opinion. I realize that, and here's the deal, like. I can't be intellectually honest and tell you that I can't talk about politics. Maybe the best thing for the show, as far as the healthiness of the program, as far as people contributing. Let me, by the way, our Cash App's back up and going.
Thank you.
Cash App, which is the Bubba Army. But like, I can't promise you that I'm not going to go down the political road. You got, as a guy, you have to.
Tom Toys 25 Cash App.
Right? I mean, you got to, especially when you have this highly contested of a race. I mean, the last race ended in a big whodunit, and you know they're setting this one up to be a whodunit.
Yep.
And listen, regardless of what your candidate is, can't you feel it in the air that they're setting? We don't know who's doing. I don't know what side is setting up what, but Gene, can't you feel that they're setting up an F job?
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe both parties are setting up F jobs, and may the best F job win, right? Because it's just not going to be clean. It's not going to be Texas goes for Donald Trump. Arizona, too close to call, but hold on. Okay, we're not having a late-minute data dump. It's coming in trickulation here, and we're going to get Arizona goes to Donald Trump. No, it's going to be, oh, my God. We got to recount. There's some more ballots coming in the middle of the night. We got to. It's going to take 2 more days to get all this counted out.
Yeah, from Minnesota
on this one particular
Wisconsin.
This one particular district. I don't know if it was Minnesota, Pennsylvania, or Wisconsin.
I wonder why he even tries if he ain't got no way to get in.
And so, listen,
Harvey hierarchy, $100.
I get you.
Hey, so is us making money on that Cash App? This is the first day.
Yeah.
So that ain't my fault.
Hold on now. I'm not. What are you talking about?
I mean, it's not my fault that you started it today. right?
No, it's a positive, though.
Well, I know it's a positive because you're making money, but I know when you count the money, say, last year did such and such money, he did a pretty good day. And Dan's going to say, well, that's because the Cash App's back up. I had not known him.
Gene, your appearance on the program has nothing to do with the amount of money you raise, my friend. You're my friend, and you're brilliant, and you're funny.
I know, but I appreciate the fans out there caring about me and throwing a few $5 spots in there to help out because I'm here. That's cool.
It makes you feel good.
Right.
You're like,
a little trophy.
Hey, Sarah, guess what? There's a lot of people listening to the show today, and they throw 5 and 10s at me.
A little trophy.
How about it?
That's right.
Bubba keeps it all, but it makes us he's going to be able to pay his rent.
That's right. Somebody likes it because of me.
Some of these lights is because of me.
Today I'm announcing actions to bar.
Hold on. All right, let's be nice.
Can I get a Yankee Jib $10 super chat? Give Gene 10 for me, please.
Yes, you can. But don't forget Alex Stein today at 9:15. Yes. Our Cash App is back. But let's be honest. Let's be fair, and let's be fair. And this is our president of the United States. He's our president. He is our president. Let's give him a chance. He has, I think, kind of like an important thing he wants to talk about with regards to immigration.
Yes, he does.
And it's a very, very important matter. It's on all of our minds. And he is our president. So let's give him the benefit of the doubt. And let's hope that he nails it, okay?
All right.
Let's hope he says, as of today, I'm going to put a new law up. It's going to be really strict on immigration. We're going to deport all these illegal immigrants. We're going to go ahead and clean the slate up, and we're going to rework and redo how we let people in our country. Let's see, because that's kind of like what needs to be said, right? That's kind of like the law that needs to be passed.
Yep.
Let's see what he passes.
Today I'm announcing actions to bar migrants who cross our southern border unlawfully from receiving asylum.
All right, so I'm going to bar them, but
bar migrants who cross our southern border unlawfully.
So does that mean you can still cross it as long as you go through the paperwork and you do it the right way?
You check in. Chief Charlie 215, $20.
So it should already be a law that if you're not, going through the check-in process and you're just, running around this big-ass rock and, through this cave and over this stream and then jump this barbed wire fence and you're in, as to going to a natural point of entry and they have a processing office there and, so, right?
Yeah.
So what he's saying should already be illegal, right? A person skipping in.
Correct.
Migrants who cross our southern border unlawfully from receiving asylum. Migrants will be restricted from receiving asylum at our southern border unless they seek it after entering through an established lawful process.
Now, yesterday shouldn't have been the first day of this law. This should have been the law all along.
Uncle Eric, 25, Cash App.
That'd be like somebody saying, you know what, I'm going to let you know right now that if you drive 80 on the highway as of tomorrow, if you drive 80, it's illegal. Bitch, it's been illegal all along.
Those who seek come to...
So what he's saying is I think, already illegal.
Pretty much, yes.
Entering into our country through a porous, non-sanctioned hole is not legal.
Lawful process. And those who seek come to the United States legally, for example, by making an appointment and coming to a port of entry, asylum will still be available to them. Still available.
Well, that's our president right there. God bless him of that beautiful speech.
Asylum means what?
They're scared of going back to their own country.
Yeah, asylum. When you see what they do is they're supposed to roll up in there, and they wait in line for 6 days, and then they finally get in to talk to somebody, and you say, in your language, you probably act like you can't even speak English, which makes you more
No English.
You're like, in whatever language you speak, you say, I am coming to America because I'm afraid for my life and my safety because of my country is so violent that I need political asylum. So basically you have to tell the person you are so scared for your life and that you're going to be killed that you have to come to America. Which, no, why, if everything was so great where you're coming from, why would you be even trying to get here, right?
That's right.
No, you don't have to tell me how bad, where you're coming from sucks. Who walks, 300 miles barefooted on something?
But most of them are lying.
Yeah, all
Because
of them
the
are
first thing they
lying.
do is buy a T-shirt, a Mexican T-shirt, and they fly the flag on their car.
Okay, Gene.
So they didn't want to not be there. They just didn't want to be where they were.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Gene's opinion.
Of the border?
Good evening. I'm James Brown in for Nora O'Donnell. And in just hours at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time,
We're making illegal we're making it officially illegal to enter the country illegally. Doesn't this seem like a South Park episode? In the fact that they're making a law that should be already a law and might very well already be a law.
President Biden's aggressive new border restrictions.
See, there it is. He wants the American people to think that he's now being aggressive. Yeah, okay.
Take effect. The impact of this executive action will be immediate. Soon, U.S. immigration officials will be authorized to deport large numbers of migrants without processing their asylum claims. The restrictions will.
Does that mean they can just put them in the back of their pickup truck, chain them all up, and take them to the border and dump them off? I don't think they have to. I don't think they have to do the paperwork anymore. I think they just pick them up, tie them down, and take them to the border. Say, go on now, get.
Stay in effect until illegal crossings dip below 1,500 migrants a day, and they'll be triggered again if crossings spike. We have team coverage from the border to the White House, and that's where we start with CBS's Nancy Cordes. Nancy, this is a dramatic election year move. What does this mean?
Yeah, it's nonsense.
JB, what this means is that starting tomorrow, most migrants who cross the border illegally will not be allowed to seek U.S. asylum or remain in the U.S. They will be sent back to Mexico or their home country, and this will continue until illegal crossing.
Now, don't you think we should have been doing this for his entire presidency, ensuring that the people that do it the right way get in here and are processed and are of the system, and they should be rewarded. Those are the people that should be rewarded. The people that do it the right way, not the people that are illegally doing it.
This stuff is unprecedented. Never been done before.
Yeah.
Hats off to Joe Biden. Great job.
Actually, it's been done before until he didn't.
Things drop to a level we have not seen in years.
Republicans are left with no choice.
Flanked by border officials.
The Republicans left me. What?
And Democratic governors.
How is it? I'm just asking for a friend. How is it a Republican problem?
President Biden announced sweeping restrictions to the decades-old asylum system.
This ban will remain in place until the number of people trying to enter illegally is reduced to a level that our system can effectively manage.
The rate of illegal crossings has fallen from its peak last winter.
See, Gene, I have a little bit of a problem getting in here. I don't know if I can make it through there.
Gene, you're on the right side anyway, so don't worry about it.
Gene would get in, and then he'd go, come on, Sponge, I got some 10 snips. I'll get that wire right off you. Snip. Come on, big boy, let's go. Come on.
Of illegal crossings has fallen from its peak last winter, but remains historically high. And polls show immigration is a top issue for voters who consistently give Donald Trump higher marks.
On day one, we will seal.
Now, see, this is what nobody wants a Joe Biden. I'm getting political. I'm just warning you. Sorry, Mark. Nobody wants a Biden Band-Aid. They want a Trump sledgehammer where he says on day one. Now, see, hold on. Biden could have done this yesterday. Biden could have said from tomorrow on, I am closing the border and shipping people out. Very well, he could have come up with that law just like he came up with this law, which is, was basically a Band-Aid. Here's what Donald Trump, this is what we need. And had Joe Biden said this, I'd be S-ing his D right now.
Seal the border.
But progressives in Congress argued
he could have said, seal the border. Everybody's going back. Nobody's getting in.
That today's move by Biden undermined American values and abandoned people fleeing violence and unstable conditions, while Republicans who have urged Biden to take executive action slammed him today for doing just that.
Why didn't you do this in 2021? Why didn't you do this in 2022?
If he was concerned about the border, he would have done this a long time ago.
The restrictions are sure to face legal challenges. The ACLU telling CBS News today, we intend to sue. A ban on asylum is illegal, just as it was when Trump unsuccessfully tried it.
Man, now you got the ACLU just wants him in too.
Biden insisted his approach is more humane than Trump's.
I'll never separate children from their families at the border. I will not ban people.
Gene, sometimes life's inhumane, ain't it?
That's right.
It ain't fair.
You're at the right spot, you're going to get it.
From this country because of their religious belief.
If you're at the right spot, you're going to get it. That's how Gene breaks it down. Gene breaks down life being
If he wanted
rough.
to get to all the American votes and get right back in there, all he'd have to say was, anybody with a truck, we pay so much a head, drop them off at the border, and let all the Texans go round them up.
And get rich as hell.
And give them jobs, pay, clean up America, the whole thing, man. Biden's back in.
Just get a truck and we'll pay you $5 a head.
That's fine.
I wonder if they've interviewed like a campaign manager that had an idea like Gene just did.
Want to listen to the show on demand and on the go? Enlist today at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Sign up and start listening. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
That'd be a landslide.
They videotape it at all?
Oh, videotape it? Shit.
Well, yeah, I need that story, man in Zoom court hearing suspended, lifted, because that's what our click is today, and I haven't even touched it.
All right. I sent you, I don't know if you're moving off of it, but Jesse Waters also broke it down like in a different way. Besides CBS, if you wanted it. John Parrish.
His audiobook as he detailed.
I know, but where's it at?
2:30. 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
I won the poll that I can carry a gun at work.
Ah, did you?
Yep, 53%. It was a close one.
God, that means. Okay, guys.
If somebody broke into the place, you'd save Bubba because you'd be in the middle of it.
That's right.
If you didn't pull it and save yourself, that's on you.
I'm not letting one person get injured at this place.
Right. Well, there you go.
Maybe I'll carry like a bow and arrow on my back, just
They make them wrist bow and arrows. It's a little wrist action.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You want to give him a bow and arrow now?
Well, if there's a wrist, that's
quiet.
The crossbow, less dangerous.
That crossbow, it's just the wrist action one. It's both feet right.
Those are badass.
I'm listening.
Get him one of the
poke hole in you.
Get one of the Spider-Man web slingers they make for the kids. Shoots up.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Berto, Hockey Farmer?
Oh.
Brian.
Guess who's lighting me up right now?
Justin, what's up, man?
Elise.
Leave this?
No, Seth's mom. She's lighting me up.
Oh, what'd you do?
Well, she's a big Biden fan.
Oh, well, she's wrong. Sorry.
Thank you, Heather.
Now be respectful.
Mom's old school, though. You gotta love her for that. No matter who the president is, you gotta love the guy.
Biden. Joe, Biden. Joe.
Yeah, that took her a while.
And she said, Bubba, I've tried. Oh yeah, I got to read it.
Oh my God.
Good for you to have a mom step. Good for you.
It's good that, but Bubba doesn't even give a shit really about politics.
But, like when I was a kid, you not dare talk bad about the president.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I mean, not even amongst us dudes having a clubhouse.
That respect the president thing is
We still didn't talk bad about the president because he was the dude.
The internet just destroyed not talking bad about anything people are supposed to respect.
Yeah. All that's gone.
Nick, I'll probably get a handgun, man. I know that an AR is,
too much for you.
Probably too much right now, although it is was easier for me to handle.
You want a 40 millimeter?
40 milli.
Get him a 9. Get him a 32.
I don't know if I said what's up to my dude JK.
9mm are good guns, but 40 is way better.
What up, Debo?
He doesn't need all that power, Gene.
Any one of them will kill you.
I'm gonna have that with the fucking a wrist bow and arrow.
He doesn't need a 40.
What up, Chris? Kim?
He needs a 22.
Permagrom.
Poor thing. I need it right now.
Mm-hmm.
No, Nick. Let me get. Well, let's talk about it, Nick. I want to see the prices on.
22 will still kill you, Gene.
Yeah, man. 22 killed a kid when we were in high school, and it hit him in the hand.
Ben Ryan, $10. Last one needs to be on every week. Ben Ryan.
What's a Desert Eagle? Should I get that?
Oh fuck no.
No.
That's what Felix said.
No, it's only got 5 shots.
Dan's got one. He'll let you shoot it. He'll let you borrow it.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Seth might cry after he shoots one.
Why? Is that I got to blow my Lizzo?
It's gonna hit you in the face.
Oh shit. We already got a little winded after.
Then you're gonna fire it again while it's pointing up because it tries to pull out of your hand.
It's the most powerful handgun that you don't need.
You want to hear all the times Hulk Hogan or Tucker Carlson called in? I like that idea. We have it all for you on BubbaArmyHQ.com. Now back to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Go to our podcasting world. Go get the latest Clem Kush. Supposedly I was impossible. I was just all over Seth's ass. Being impossible, being a dick. It's 50-50 as to whether people like it or not. Some people are saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Oh no, I rarely listen to the podcast back, but I listened back to that one because I couldn't sleep last night. So,
well, I would think that I might build more anxiety.
No, I just wanted to check it out. So.
Anyway, listen, a lot of people are saying it's Bubba old school. They like it. I was on one. Like, Bubba's on it. And other people are like, man, that was way too much. Little Sethy can't handle that. It's not good for his mentals.
I handled it.
And
I thought I handled it.
No, so again, the people that would think that I went too far would think that.
The thing is that I don't know when things are going to go too far because, I'll go blow for blow with you or toe to toe or how that sounded weird.
Usually.
Well, yeah, I'll go with you, but I didn't feel. I just felt like
no, but when I go back,
when
I go back with you, when we're 8 miling and I go back with you hard.
Yeah.
Like, don't get mad because I'm, finally fighting back.
Oh, I'm not mad.
We were going toe for toe 8 mile. We were like having a rap battle.
Oh, well, yesterday, like I said, after we got done, you left. Like you got up.
You think I won the rap battle?
Well, yeah, you basically got up, walked away from the podcast table and left. And then I just was sitting there, and Macho came in, and he kind of just gave me the look of like, hang in there, champ. And I just melted into the couch until Operation Pigmentation.
He meant just hang in there.
Oh.
At that moment, you wasn't the champ.
Was that why when you did Operation Pigmentation, I came back and saw the boys and kind of took over the show, and you didn't hardly say anything? Now, were you just taking that as an opportunity just to really, literally chill out a little bit, or were you mad at me because, I was like hogging the show up a little bit?
No.
I was on one yesterday.
Yeah, my thing why I wasn't talking is because my blueprint for Operation Pigmentation is to just, set up Craig and Rio and let those guys talk. So when you're coming in here and you're doing your thing, like you're talking, they're talking. So there was no reason for me to jump in at all.
Okay.
When you're going, Bubba, you're going. You don't need. You've never had a guy that needs to be there with you.
Yeah, and I was going and me and you. For Clem Kush was going.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I put the podcast. I just put them both out yesterday.
Yeah. Go get Clement Kush because I just really start cutting promos on Kush. They were just promos.
I know listen. I learned my lesson.
I just gotta listen. I'm not worried about what Seth thinks about me. I'm most worried about his beautiful mom Elise. I love her, and we communicate back and forth. We have each other's cell phone numbers, and we'll text from time to time.
It's got to be just about politics, though, right, Bubba?
No, like when you quit. When you quit me. When you quit me, like every couple months, we just check in. I'd just be like, "Hey, Elise, what's up?" She'd be like, "Hey, Bubs." I'd be like, "Oh, hey, any
Same
news?"
like your mom?
How's Sethy doing? Not so good. He's not doing too good right now. And I knew some of your struggles back then.
Oh man.
but it's only because I loved you.
Yeah.
And listen, you don't keep up on people that you don't. If I didn't care about you, I wouldn't be contacting your mom, seeing that your mentals aren't necessarily where they need to be.
Yeah, no, you do. You know what everybody's up to.
So, but me and Elise, we can be completely honest with each other. Like, she pulls no punches.
Dude,
boy, did she just lay it on me just now.
I'm really wondering if, because my mom's older, if like Joe Biden doesn't look as old to her as he does to other people.
You know what, Elise? I think that your son is right in the fact that you don't have the ability to look at Joe the way we do.
Now she's in her 60s. I'm not saying like she's in her 80s. I'm just wondering if she doesn't look at him like this is a very old man.
The older you are, the less old he seems.
Right.
Hold on. The closer you are to his age, the more you can identify with him. The further you are from his age, the more you can't identify with him. Correct? I mean,
Yeah, no,
I look at myself and say I don't have near the energy, and I've slowed down as a human being, as I get gracefully older, and I'm only 58. And Gene, I know that you can, we're not like we used to be. We used to be full of, we were just when we were in our 30s. When we were like in our 20s and 30s, and we were racing East Bay 360s on Saturday night, racing Brunswick and Oak, like we couldn't even fathom that type of traveling schedule in our lives today. With what we got going on in our lives today, and we couldn't maintain every weekend 2 or 3 nights a week.
No, if I was given a choice right now to pay for a nap or a right rear tire, I'd take the nap.
Me too.
Las Vegas Mario
Back in the
25
day,
June Wednesdays.
Back in the day, you'd be like, man, screw a nap. I need a right rear more than anything. Somebody, Rusty, get down there and start grinding it down. So Elise texts me. Now, Elise, you have to understand, Elise is as blue gets. I mean, she should be the part of the Blue Man Group. She's so blue.
And this is the mom.
Oh, yeah. And boy,
got a nice name.
And I love Elise, and I love her. She's just she's 30 years in the school system as a teacher.
Oh God, probably
40?
more than that. Yeah.
And what does she teach?
Well, she taught. Didn't she teach history?
She did she taught reading, and then she became like a specialist. And I think she's kind of like me, where she will stay somewhere for a couple of years and then it runs its course.
Right.
So she was at a lot of schools towards the end.
But she was an educator for 40 plus years.
Oh yeah.
And she's got a pension and all that. She's okay. And so she is as blue as the Blue Man Group. And she knows that I'm probably a little red. And I get a little Trumpy sometimes. And she does not like that. And she goes back and forth. So our last discussion we were having about Biden's border plan, she texts me this. And I'm not exaggerating. You can look at over my shoulder if you like, Seth.
And I believe you.
Biden. Joe, Biden, Joe. That was one text.
American flag or just a joke?
No, that's
okay,
it.
Okay.
You think she typed that in, or she said it out loud?
Probably, I don't know.
I hope she's copy and pasting.
If she said it out loud doing it, there's something wrong.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I hope she's in some liberal Facebook group that's sending that around that she can just copy and paste it.
I hope she copy and pasted it, because if she typed that in, she's got way more time on her hands than I thought.
Well, the retired Bubba, they've got the time.
So then the next text is, Bubba tried, but he wanted to do through Congress, but they couldn't agree. He had to do it himself because the Republicans shut down the immigration bill that they could have come up with because of Trump. He told them to vote no so that he could take credit for doing it.
Or the immigration bill sucked.
Okay, hold on. Let me just, don't get, this is the great Elise Kushner.
Just answer it.
It's very frustrating when you don't have all the correct information.
Oh, she's saying this to you?
Yes. he wanted to come up with a bipartisan bill, and the Republicans said no. Can we ever give Biden any credit that he deserves? I go, Elise, please don't judge me on my politics. She goes, still love you, Bubs.
She ain't inviting you to Thanksgiving dinner.
Well, Gene, she doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving. She's Jewish.
No, we celebrate Thanksgiving. We just our food isn't
Now,
the best.
why does Jewish people don't like the Indians?
Well, I don't know if it's broke down like that, Gene.
Well, I mean, come on.
I don't think.
Why wouldn't you have a day of Thanksgiving? So even if you just thank your neighbors and
Gene,
break a leg with them.
What'd you say?
Break a leg with them.
Yeah, I don't. Gene, different religions. I think Thanksgiving is more of a Christian type holiday.
Well, if I'd have known money went to Jews, I'd have become a Jew in the beginning.
Hold on. I don't even think that's anti-sentiment. I think it's
I don't know.
I think it's profound. If I know the money went to the Jews, I would have been a Jew from the beginning.
Listen, if I bought into Gene's plan of like if he let all the red states go and start rounding up illegals, if I could have Gene go disrupt some pro-Palestinian protests, I would love to watch him be the muscle in that operation.
I'd love for Gene to be a politician. Like, you know how they have AOC on the snowflake side? Well, they had the great Gene Lasker from Florida, and he literally gets up there in Congress and just says stuff like this. Like, just the stuff that comes out of his mouth. I just want to let you know I'd like to propose a bill, and that's where all the red states get some pickup trucks. You round up all the illegals, you can chain them if you like, and then you bring them down to the border, and you get $5 an illegal. We have Python and
extra $10 if you keep the baby with the family.
Extra 10 if the baby's part of the family. Encouraging you to keep the babies with the mamas and the daddies.
Yep.
That's Gene Lasker Bill 586.
Everybody makes money.
And we get the
and
people
the murder
that
gets cleaned up.
And hold on, Elise says, please, we celebrate Thanksgiving. Why didn't Seth say that? Seth.
I thought you did say that, Seth.
He did say that, but he didn't elaborate on it. Like, he just laid down.
There's nothing what's there
So you're supposed to say, Gene, we do celebrate.
You were the ones that said we don't celebrate it, Bubba. He said, why not? He understands that Jews do.
But no, I think I misunderstood. And the fact that I was hoping that you would jump in and say Jews do celebrate Thanksgiving, and then you were going to say I think the food's a little bit different.
The food's not great. If it's a Jewish Thanksgiving, the food's not great. A turkey's going to be dry. The sides aren't going to be as delicious as maybe a black Thanksgiving or an Italian Thanksgiving. But
that's what they make gravy for.
You don't have any,
onto
Gene.
Something dry.
They don't have any. We got no gravy. We got no gravy.
See if Jews could just.
Do you guys only eat sauerkraut?
No.
Sometimes I think when you got to clear out your insides.
Gene.
Sauerkraut what? They didn't make sauerkraut?
My dad's a sauerkraut guy.
There you go.
Sauerkraut's good.
From time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Not on Thanksgiving.
Oh. Hot dog.
What the Jews do.
They can't
They
have
do
hot dogs.
sauerkraut on Thanksgiving.
Maybe that's the problem. They need to take sauerkraut because sauerkraut ain't a Thanksgiving thing.
They probably don't have how to make turkeys really well, so they don't enjoy it. But maybe we should teach them.
Maybe, and then charge them. Hey, you know what? You're a Jewish guy. You want me to fix Thanksgiving so that instead of everybody in your neighborhood not want to come to your Thanksgiving, you got the most kick-ass Thanksgiving. Take out the sauerkraut and whip you up some gravy.
Bubba, can you tell my mom to stop texting the show about politics so I don't have to read stuff about that she's special needs?
No, because you reading things about her being special needs should make you either one, block that person and they need to be blocked.
It's not blocked. It's being embraced. It's my mom's retarded. She's special needs. What an idiot.
Hey, well,
that's what people. I mean, I'm not. This is what happens every time.
Didn't you tell him to keep the haters going too because it's working out better at the end?
Yeah,
your mom's got the legal right to hate this moment.
I mean,
I just don't need.
She don't love you every single day.
I don't think I need to see that my mom has special needs. I don't think that's going to do anything for me for the show. That's good.
Well, then block that person.
Or just don't chat. They've all been.
I don't get to where words just go right through my ear. Special needs. Well, and what? I mean, because
I just think there's people are so
They're a
they
bunch-
can't
listen, they're a
they
bunch
can't
of
hear
dicks.
a different opinion.
No, they
They
can't.
don't got what you got. You're out here making yourself known. People know you. You know how many people are in the world that don't get known? Okay, those people don't like you.
Hey,
okay, because they got 3 relatives and they seen 2 deaths in their whole life.
Donna Waters bald spot 1,000 bits.
We're not like that here.
You're known.
You're known. Okay,
I'm so glad Gene's
He
here
might be
today.
the best therapist in the
He's
world.
great.
I mean,
yeah.
It's like, Seth, get over the fact they made fun of your mom. You're known, bitch. You're known. They're not.
You know, the first thing I would say is at least I got
They
one.
say mean things about your mom because they're not known.
That's. I feel better. I feel better.
And you know what?
That's
Let
right.
them say all they want about Elise. Trust me.
So, legitimate question.
Hold on one second. Trust me. She can handle her own. She does. She's not afraid of a fight. Whew. Her son may be, but she ain't. She'll whip your
I got
ass.
enough things that I got to worry about other than defending my mom's political stance.
Right.
Like,
But you don't have to. You don't have to read chat and interact with these people. You don't owe them anything.
Yeah.
Brett, what are you talking about? I don't have to interact with these people. These are paying customers. Like, these are important people to the
Bama
show.
Boy was a paying customer?
I don't.
We
Okay,
don't
I
have
won't
to give
rechat.
these people attention. We do not have to give them a platform, and we continue to do it.
Right, but we give
What
them a
is wrong-
platform
what's-
if they pay.
What is wrong with
You want to
bringing
be
up?
a hater and pay $25 a week to hate?
Hate.
We'll read it.
No, I'm just saying for years it was like, oh, don't read chat. You don't want to get chat cancer. And now every single day we talk about chat 20 times a show.
Oh, all right, man. Rhett's really bringing the party down to 0. We had some real nice heat going. Woof. I
Donna
don't know who's
Waters bald spot 1,000 bits.
Oh, Donna, you know what? Donna Waters' bald spot, she saves the day way off. Like, she knows when things are, a little adversarial right now.
Those
She
1,000 bits in.
throws in 1,000 bits for that beautiful little bald spot of hers.
Jeez.
Oh, who cares
that could be
about
anything.
Who cares about chat? Who cares? The good ones are good and the bad ones are bad. And if you're going to be bad, you know what? And we talk about you, great. But you know what? We're also going to probably try to block you too. So whatever. Like, whatever. You know what? Gene's right. You're just mad because you're not knowed. And we are.
We're known.
If you liked that segment, then you'll definitely like the new redesigned BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
Officials are investigating.
Kind of bums me out a little bit, but it's like, I don't dwell on it more than 5 minutes. They're going to pay the rent.
Go right over there.
Right. They're allowed to do it because they got the damn own control to do it with.
No, the moderators were taking off the stuff that, is bad. It's not allowed really on YouTube and stuff, so it's that 10 seconds of being able to read it.
And they know they got to you if you mention it. You don't mention it, they.
And now, can I play Alex's thing?
There's some I put, I think 27 seconds, there's an F-bomb, and then after that, there's about 3 more F-bombs.
Pride parades in Palestine? Gays are not allowed to be in Palestine! You know that! That was just
Staring everyone. You use your body, right?
Use my body, yeah, you're using your body.
I get it, but look at this.
Get the fuck out of here!
There you go. Just pull right up there where you get us about 30 of them.
He hit me in the face. Why are you
You're not my boss. Thank you.
Yeah, that was just big.
I'm going to watch it. Then I got Jesse Waters.
A military onslaught unfolding.
Oh, shit. Hey, chat, why don't you guys fucking quit triggering Seth, okay? You know that he gets fucking triggered, and you're just fucking with him right now. Ah! Oh, fuck. Oh, fucking tits. Tits hit it.
So are you allowed to do the fireworks thing, shooting people up, blowing them up and stuff like we used to do?
No.
Now why?
Because today's woke ass society, you couldn't get anybody to do it. First of all, and then they would, fucking sue.
There's always daredevils out there.
They would cancel you. The cancel culture would cancel you for being inhumane and human trafficking. For real,
Okay.
for real.
I get it.
For real.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That was a fun day.
No, but that's what they would put on you. That's the rap. Gene said, "Why couldn't we shoot people with fireworks and things like that
Anymore, like we used
And I
to.
told him, I said, Seth, I told him, I said, because the cancel culture would get you as you're human trafficking this person, you're using them, you're hurting them for profit, you're, exploiting them.
It was kind of hate crime.
Yeah, hate crime. Yeah, exactly. And they try to get that. They try to throw that human trafficking on you.
Oh yeah, that's on everything now.
You're listening to the man that is best friends with Deion Sanders, Tony Stewart, and not Hulk Hogan. Now back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Alex Stein on at 9:15. Is this Alex's latest stunt, so to speak?
Yeah, him getting out there.
See, Gene, you asked earlier, you're like, hey, why can't we shoot people with paintballs and
stunt shows
and hook up battery cables to guys' nipples and just, all the cool stuff we used to do? And I go, well, Gene, because like the minute that you do that and you put it on one of your places for the people to, whether it be YouTube or Facebook or Rumble or X or Instagram or Twitter, you put it up. First of all, you do it so that you have the content, right?
Right.
Well, then the minute that you put it up, you're going to have a certain amount of people that are hate watching you and trying to get you in every little fight. Like, honest to God, 50% of people who listen to the show probably are trying to get us in some kind of gotcha moment. So they're going to try to get a hold of all your advertisers or get a hold of your employer.
But all the people are willing.
But hold on. And they're going to say you're hurting somebody. You're physically hurting somebody for profit, and you're human trafficking, and and like Seth said, it's a hate crime and all this kind of deal. Even if the guy said, no, I want to do this bit,
right?
They cut all that out and they just show the one little thing of the guy, the darts flying to the guys. Let's say you're in a taser a guy, right? Because we used to taser people, remember?
Live.
With police tasers. That was your thing. You'd taser a guy. Well, if you tasered a guy now, man, they'd be like, we might be canceled tomorrow. And not only like YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, they just cancel you. They're like, you're done. And like, you can't appeal it to nobody. Once you get on the you're done list. I mean, Lummy, how long were we on the Twitter you're done list? 5 years?
Yeah, 5 years, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, and then you don't have a way to make any money. So it'd be like saying, Gene, they don't have, if a guy wanted to close you down, he didn't have to go and lock your doors down. All you have to do is just make a deal with all the powder coat suppliers that they don't sell you powder coat. And you can't powder coat anymore because you can't make your own powder coat.
Yep.
Am I right?
Yep.
So if a guy really, really hated, let's say a multi-billionaire hated you, and he called up I'm sure there's probably only a few, maybe 10 different manufacturers of powder?
Yeah.
And he went to every one of them and said, hey, I'll give you $5 million not to sell any powder to Gene Lasker for 5 years. Guess what?
It's pretty much the saga of how I met you.
What do you mean?
Well, you would put me out of business.
Hey, you hated him. Neil Mount was there, $20 super chat.
I was putting you out of business.
And so I was, You're
like, I'm not going to get put out of business, so I better go do. I better go do a deal with the fat guy.
Somebody out there will like me for it.
So, Lummy, Alex Stein kind of pushes he's kind of fringe on what you can and cannot do on social media, and that's just showing up at some of these stupid rallies. This is a pro-Palestinian rally, and
it's a Gays for Palestine.
Gays for Palestine. What does that even mean?
What does that mean?
Well, that's what he's trying to figure out.
Yeah.
If you get
and
caught,
they're not answering them.
Like Seth,
if you get caught being gay in Palestine, they'll cut it off.
And that's what he tells them.
That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
So, okay, you're supporting Gays for Palestine, right?
Yep.
Yes or no? Meanwhile, what you're supporting will get you killed in Palestine. So you're supporting something that's going to get, if you were to abide by it, killed.
They are protesting. They want to make sure that no more innocents get killed. But just on a regular day out in Gaza, these people would get killed if they weren't, at war with Israel right now.
Right.
They'd be focusing more on killing the gay people.
If Palestine wasn't under attack right now from Israel and you were just a regular gay dude,
you'd be getting tossed off the roof.
Walking just down the street in Palestine, minding your own business, holding your boyfriend's hand. They're going to take both. Like, it's not just even like maybe. Like, they literally, there's footage of it. They take you and they throw you off a building. That's the punishment.
Yes.
Like, like in Saudi Arabia, if you get caught stealing, the punishment is they cut off your hand, right? Everybody knows it.
They still doing that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Or stone you.
Or they'll stone you. And sometimes they don't even stone you to death. It's like a 5-minute stoning.
Yes.
And if you can survive that, then you're good. Have you seen them though? Have you seen them how they put them in the middle of a big circle?
Seen them on Twitter a couple times.
Oh, it's
pretty cool.
Have you ever?
I'm gonna tell you something. It cleans up the whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
Whatever they did, everybody around that room or everybody around that ring ain't doing anything.
That chick that showed her face. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so Gene, do you vote for stonings?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, I think, though, in the stoning, I saw the latest video I saw stoning is they gave the person like a blanket. And so I guess it gets so gruesome that you put a blanket over you and if you first stand there and they start stoning you, then eventually, one really hits you in the head and you go down to your knees.
And you're bleeding pretty good.
and you're bleeding. And then they keep stoning you, and eventually you just fall over. You go from like your knees, down to just.
Well, the worst one, I can't remember what country it's in, but they bury you up to, I think, your shoulders and then stone you.
Then they stone this.
With your hands in the ground, too.
Oh, man. Hold on.
Like
Can you imagine sitting there and all of a sudden one comes right on your grill?
Afghan does that.
Completely knock out your entire teeth?
Yeah.
Now, like Lummy, do they do it for a certain period of time? And if you make it, they unbury?
No, it's till you're dead.
It's till you're dead.
Yeah.
I bet you there's scouts there at that times, too.
For baseball?
Yeah.
The Twins got some 19-year-old.
They seen him throw that side angle.
Afghan guy.
That dude hit him 4 times in a row.
That hit the guy in the head 4 times in a row at 86. Once they got the jugs gun out, Lummy.
Yeah, sign him up.
I mean, I wonder if
that rock's heavier than a baseball.
I wonder if you could go to the country.
That's what I'm saying.
I wonder if you could go to the country that has the stonings, right? You know, like the Saudi Arabias, and you go, listen. Instead of using stones, we want to provide you all you want. We got a truckload of baseballs. Everybody just throws a baseball. Okay, you know and here's the thing: you can use these baseballs again too, right? Yeah. And then you could get a real good bearing on who the real good throwers are, right?
Yes.
And a baseball to me has got to be more efficient at hurting somebody than a stone. I don't know. Stones.
They got some sharp edges.
Yeah,
They probably weigh more than baseball, but they'd be good enough for the promotion, so everybody's making money.
It's good enough for the promotion because because everybody's making money. That's what Lasker's all about, making that money. Are you, Lasker?
Yeah, got to eat.
You know what, Seth? He's kind of a white Trizash version of you. You know what I'm saying? He's all about trying to make some money.
I would give him much more credit than being anything close to me. But
okay,
but no, he's
one of a kind. Is he not?
He's a wise dude. I mean, like I really enjoy just listening to him.
He's very white Trizash insightful. Is he not?
I feel like I've known him for longer than 2 shows.
Hello, you're on the air.
Perfect. Bubba, you there?
Yes.
I haven't listened to the show in a couple days, but did you see on last week on America's Got Talent that 55-year-old janitor from Terre Haute, Indiana, got the golden buzzer?
West Terre Haute, which there's a big difference between Terre Haute and West Terre Haute. West Terre Haute is like Sefner, and Terre Haute's like Brandon.
Okay. Well, did you see the performance though?
No, I didn't. I didn't see it. I heard he did a Journey Joe Perry gimmick, and he nailed it.
Oh yeah, he nailed it.
And
he nailed it. But Richard Goodall.
Truthfully, there was a couple of spots in that song that he sang it better. The way he worded it.
And he was like, "I'm from Terre Haute, Indiana," and I was
everybody
like,
laughed at him.
From.
Yeah, everybody laughed at him. Goofy looking dude.
And he said that he. I appreciate you, buddy. He said he used to listen to the radio at night, and I don't know how old he is, but maybe very well could have been listening to me. Like, I could have been the guy.
Probably so. He knows who you are.
I could have been the guy he was listening to.
Yep.
So Alex Stein goes to this Gays for Palestine.
Where's that at?
Texas.
It's in Texas.
Well, there's $5 right there.
What do you mean?
You round them up.
Yeah, that lady right there. See what she got the gay hat on? Yeah, she's not gay.
5?
Right, that's $5.
I mean, in the Gene Lasker Round 'em Up program?
There she is. Yeah. I see a few more.
Hey, Seth, what are you doing this weekend? Would you like to make about $200 or $300?
Yes.
Let's get the cream machine.
I got my cream machine running, and you go with me, and we round up these illegals, and we throw them back at the cream machine, and then we take them down to this place, and they give us $10 a person for them.
Can I ask you a question, Gene?
Yeah.
Can I bring my Desert Eagle?
No. Seth, you'll never be able to shoot.
You don't want that. I mean, you want it just to have it.
Yeah.
Just to know that you have one.
No,
but they're just not. They're just not. Too much.
Yeah.
Too much for this kind of job?
Too much for any job.
Listen,
all right.
Any experienced gun guy will tell you, guys like that really shoot guns for a living, like Nick the gun guy, will tell you that Desert Eagles aren't fun to shoot.
The next thing to a Desert Eagle is a tank.
Oh,
like it's just like in your hands.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
It's so big and powerful that it hurts your hands, and then you anticipate the explosion, so you're not ever accurate with it because you literally just naturally your body
is afraid of it.
Is afraid of it.
Are there pride parades in Palestine?
I will not talk to the media.
Be free! Gays are not allowed to be in Palestine! You know that.
Now, let me ask you a question. What are these people normally doing in life? Like, if they weren't here, if this guy right here,
or says it, she picks strawberries,
or this girl right here, or this, like, what would they
probably
be?
Cosplaying as streaming losers?
Probably at their mom and dad's house. And like, what's this guy doing? Well, I tell you what he's doing, but I mean,
that guy's at the Texas version of the castle every Thursday night.
Scaring everyone.
I'm not scaring anyone.
You use your body, right?
Use my body. Yeah, you're using your body.
I get it, but look at us.
Get over here.
What's your lie?
Get the fuck out of here.
All right, hold on. And I actually have to keep the volume down because there's like 3 Fs in a row here.
Yeah.
He edits out the closed the captions.
Yeah. Here we go. So I think after this, I think
you're
good at
cap right off her
history.
head.
Okay, here we go. Gay people are being bombed in Israel. So Alex is trying to tell these people, hey, you can't even be gay in Palestine.
Is that our guy in the blue shirt?
Yeah, right here. It's our guy.
Okay.
You can't even be gay. Like, why are you protesting and making hooping and hollering about something that's not? That'd be like if we were over in London saying, murdering in America. Like, you can't murder in America. So why are you protesting murdering in America here in the Great Britain when you can't even do that in America?
Can I just say something, Bubba?
Yeah.
Why do all the it's not just the gay, it's everybody that's really protesting for Palestine. Why do they all look the same?
Because
because
they are the same. They come from the same fabric of person or upbringing or home background. It's just a soft, snowflaked, never being told no.
Like, would these be considered
spoiled
hippies back in the day? I mean,
these would be considered like
protesters.
People are being bombed by Israel. You're not my boss. Thank you.
Look, it's a dude. I'm saying they would throw your ass off a roof too. These people are delusional. They're protesting for Gaza. They don't even know the treatment of gay people in Gaza. These people are delusional. It's making me go crazy.
I mean, it almost does make a normal guy go crazy in the fact that you guys are eating your own logic.
Well, he's got them hemmed up too, Bubba, because he
knows what really riles him up.
Well,
Right?
they don't know about the river to the sea. They don't know about what they're protesting for. And I mean, then you got Stein rolling in there, who's really makes them feel even dumber than they probably already feel for standing out there.
Yeah, meanwhile they're just out there because they saw on
No, supposedly they get paid.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, Macho was saying too that they get paid.
What, by George Soros?
Possibly,
Some
yes.
Soros
Or
fund?
Alex Soros.
How much per protest,
Alan
Bubba?
Soros,
How much per
I don't know,
protest,
because
Lemmy?
you and I might be turning it into protest.
Well,
I think some people pay. I think they get like between $100 to $300 depending on the protest.
Okay, well, if I'm
a
doing one of
day.
those airport blockades, I'm going to need a lot more than 300.
That's what I'm saying. Depending on the protest, maybe
But
1,000
Seth,
for
if
that
somebody
one.
called you up and said, "Hey Seth, can you wear a Palestinian rag around your head and say a sign that says "Gay for Palestine, River to the Sea," and it's $300 for 3 hours?
Yeah, if I can peel out 15 minutes early, I'll definitely make it there.
I'm just saying, man. You're the most Jewish,
I'll be there.
But
you can free the hell out of Gaza for 300.
Does it really matter what my stupid sign says? No, give me that 300.
No, but the first time I see somebody with aggression like Alex Stein walk over, I'm out of there.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Oh yeah,
but I got my money.
I'm not defending anything. I'll just hold up a sign like I used to at Checkers when they had free breakfast.
If Jose
now, Lemmy, this is Jesse Waters' spin on Biden's border plan.
Yeah,
gets caught crossing the border, and if we say Mexico, take them, and Mexico just says no way, Jose stays in Estados Unidos. Biden has no deal with Mexico. They just elected a new president yesterday. She's brand new. Biden hasn't even called to congratulate her, let alone cut a deal. There's no plan to deport anyone. Biden's just hoping that they leave. What happens is he keeps releasing them into the country, but they just aren't allowed to apply for asylum. So they just stay here in the shadows or in hotels for free.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't get, again, Joe Biden's plan is only for those that we catch. Right?
Correct.
That'd be like saying, okay, how many people when I drive to Ocala are speeding? Almost every person. I mean, because the speed limit's what, 65, 70?
I think it's 70.
Okay, it's 70 miles an hour, man. And there's no, I mean, maybe 25% of the vehicles on I-75 are going 70 miles an hour. Like me and Gene Lasker, we're going 90, 100.
96.
Is that your?
That's where it peaks out. Yep.
Oh, that's
rev
where
limit hits it.
That's where your rev limit. You got a speed limit on it.
Yep.
My 04 Cop Crown Vic does not. I can get it going 140, Gene. 140.
It's made to go that.
It's not like he's flying the Venezuelans back to Venezuela. Venezuela won't accept deportation flights. Migrants are still going to come here, and they're just going to stay.
When you
Because
drop one of them
they're just
planes
not-
on their airport with their people in it, the next one they'll let land.
So hold on,
We should let them.
We got Secretary of State Jean Lasker here, who was giving us a report on the casualties of Venezuelans that got dropped off by a plane.
Well, we got 6 planes, and
so
the
hold
first
on.
one's going to drop on the
I know,
tower.
Okay, so hold on, Mr. Jean.
And instead of having to buy a whole new airport, we'll just let us land it.
So you're gonna be like,
Otherwise, you're going to get hit in the bump.
This is deportation airplane number 2, and to the tower. I can see you didn't let the first airplane full of people land, and the captain dropped off, pushed all the people out on the side of the taxiway. So I'm requesting that you let me land on runway number 2, please, or I'm going to have to push out all the people, and I got 4 more planes behind me. So can we land, please?
I wouldn't even wait for an answer.
Just bring her down.
Yeah.
You know, Seth. I think we need a little more Gene Lasker logic in our life.
I would vote for Gene.
Gene, can we get you? Like, can we get you voted on to like a city council or something?
We tried to get me voted in just in the school. Remember?
Yeah, you were gonna be a school board member.
Oh yeah, they rolled me out of there. Boy.
Gene for sheriff.
They didn't allow me in there.
I think at the end of the day they wouldn't even let you apply.
No.
We had raised so much hell on the air about it.
Yeah, as soon as I got up there, they knew who I was.
When I was on Bubba
escorted me out.
98.7, Lummy,
Dunedin, I
Lasker's
think.
kid lived in Dunedin, where it's where he was living at the time, and he didn't like the way this one Dunedin elementary school was treating was it Coben?
It was Coben. No,
Yeah.
they were treating him good. The problem was picking Coben up. It was just mayhem. They had the parking lot mayhem. Whoever designed the input, output, and how to put the kids in their vehicle and let them go was stupid.
Right.
I was going to go in there and change the parking lot so people can get in and out of here, drop their kids off, say goodbye, and have a moment to pull out and not get wrecked.
Right.
And that was going to be my whole platform.
Right. Changing the parking lot.
Yeah, changing the
so-
parking lot completely.
And because we had campaigned on the air, and they knew you went to fill out the paperwork to be a candidate, and they wouldn't even let you do. They told you to. They actually threatened to kick your kid out of school, didn't they?
Yes, they said you take your kid to a different school.
Hey, Seth, you know the system hates you when you, as a concerned parent, are not allowed to run for school board like you should be able to, and they tell you that unless you stop. One, you can't even fill out the application, and 2, you better stop talking about it on the radio, or we're gonna kick your kid out of school.
They're talking about doing it. Yep.
Yeah,
That's aggressive. We could make
Going to need asylum. So Biden's shutting down asylum claims, right? Wrong. Biden's still letting 1,400 illegals per day come into the country if they use the asylum app. You remember open
app?
Yeah, there's an app.
There's an app.
Yeah.
Table for illegals. You get to make a reservation to break into the country. And
Hi, Bubba Clem will be coming across at 12:05 if everything goes well.
If you're a minor, Biden's executive order still lets you in. You get asylum. Or if you've been trafficked, which literally every migrant is, Biden still lets you in with asylum.
Like, let me. I think I would be. I could be charged for trafficking you, maybe.
No, that's fine.
And
I
Biden's
wouldn't
still
testify.
flying in 30,000 migrants a month. That doesn't stop. But this is the best part. Migrants can still show up at the border and claim they're scared, and they're fast-tracked into the country. You get asylum if you say you're scared. I'm sure the migrants have never heard that. This executive order just...
I mean, they pay coyotes like $10,000 to get them to the border, don't they?
Yep.
You don't think part of the coyote's duty, part of the $10,000 is telling you all the words you need to say
Of course.
to get in?
Yeah.
That's part of the $10,000.
Part of the package.
orders more illegals. I'll take 30,000 Venezuelans in the air, 1,400 Mexicans on the app, and we'll do some Chinese and all the kids you can eat.
Who's going to watch those unaccompanied children? If they are allowed in, you don't ship them back. You don't do anything like that. So where do they go?
Neil, we deal with unaccompanied children in a humanitarian way, adhering to our values. We deter irregular migration. We build lawful
But
pathways.
this
We
encourages
have
drug
programs
cartels
for
to
minors.
take advantage of those kids, does it not, sir?
Neil, we're taking it to the drug cartels with unprecedented strength. We're going to adhere to our values while we take tough enforcement measures, which is what we have done.
Does anybody believe the Biden administration has taken it to the cartels with unprecedented strength?
Yeah, he broke down how much they're making.
Oh, right here?
Yeah, that $13 billion, the cartel just on trafficking.
Have you heard anything about Biden dismantling the cartels? Any big arrests? Any big shootouts? Biden and the cartels are in league together.
I mean, I've not heard of any news of the cartels being messed with. I haven't.
No.
Even NBC is saying this executive order is a joke.
There is a pretty big difference between what this executive order looks like on paper and what Biden and other Democrats are using it to say they are doing in terms of shutting down the border, saying they're taking dramatic action, et cetera, and what it looks like how it'll actually play out on the ground. I'm pretty skeptical at this point that this is going to have any kind of immediate, measurable, dramatic result in terms of the number of people crossing.
A Venezuelan Biden migrant, Bernardo Maita, a gangbanger, just shot up a New York City cop in the leg, put 2 slugs in another cop's chest. Luckily, he's alive because of his bulletproof vest. Venezuelan gangs are infiltrating migrant camps from coast to coast. Investigative journalist Jonathan Cho caught a gang right outside of Seattle.
TDA members are also suspected of infiltrating the migrant camp at Riverton Park United Methodist Church in Tukwila, just a few miles away from Seattle. We've obtained this internal email sent out by Puget Sound fire officials in April, warning first responders about this serious threat, saying firefighters are only allowed to enter church grounds if they are accompanied by 3 police units. Graham Bay is an outreach worker and has helped migrants move into area motels.
What do you do when you got 0 opportunities for work, you got 0 opportunities to advance yourself?
He says young men without anything to do all day at the camp are being actively recruited to join the gang.
What's happened is you've concentrated a bunch of people together, and
I mean, if you're a guy at the camp and there's nothing to do all day, and this gang member comes up and says, "Hey, you want to be part of a cool club, and get money and whatever," I'm going to join, aren't you?
Yeah, of course.
Instead of sitting there at the camp all day.
Allowed them to begin to drift into the fringes of society.
Biden threw a party to celebrate keeping these people in the country. Look how easy it is.
Where are you guys from? What country?
Mauritania.
Mauritania, from Africa.
Yes.
Yeah? And why'd you guys come to the United States? What country?
Nepal.
Nepal?
Yeah.
All of you from Nepal?
Yeah. No English.
This is America. See the red lights?
Yeah.
That's Border Patrol. Straight.
Mexican. You are Tajwana?
No. San Diego. See the lights?
San Diego. Okay. Thank you.
San Diego, right there. Biden's faux executive order isn't designed to protect the country. It's to protect his campaign. Last election, he ran on opening the border. And this election, he wants you to think he's closing it.
There you go. I mean, it's true. Yeah. But we can't talk about any of this stuff because it makes people mad.
Sorry, Gary.
Sorry, Gary. Sorry, Elise. Alex, we'll do him next.
Yes, we will.
All right, perfect.
If you want a deep dive into the Bubba the Love Sponge show from the past, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back after these words.
They're shorter too. You think it used to be like 8 minutes, 6 minutes, now they're 5 minutes. But they're still eight segments. And you gotta think that 820. Remember, Bubba was gonna go quick and quick.
Oh, yeah, so get them.
Burn them quick, but we couldn't because of the 820 cash giveaway.
It's hot in here.
It is.
And I got the air way down. Watch what I gotta look at. Fuck yeah. I don't know where Alex is.
Is the dude a stand-up comedian?
No, not really.
He does stand up though.
Yeah, does he do stand up?
Yeah, he goes. Yeah, he does. He does stand up. He does speaking engagements.
He just kind of does it all.
What are you, the type of a spokesman that Hollywood keeps up with them?
Last month was the hottest.
Yep.
Last month was the hottest May in the history of Tampa, Florida.
It was hot.
Cool. So probably gonna break June's record too.
Who just fell?
No, it was the sign because the packages.
Oh, you need to open those up, right?
Yes.
If you want to wait them while you're killing time for Stein.
Well, I mean, if I'm gonna go right to packages, if Stein's not there.
Okay.
Because I don't think as of yet he is.
Oh, I think I just got a text from him. He's having problems at his house, but he's good with the link.
And thank you everybody for the cash on the Cash App.
Thank you. Las Vegas Mario.
And we got it back, man. Can you fucking believe it?
Great job, Bubba.
I didn't. Well, I did.
Well, you stayed
I
on
did.
it.
I did every fucking day. I would talk to them, beg them, cry like Alex Jones.
John C. Parrish, $20 Cash App. Uncle Eric, $25.
And I just got a PayPal. Good day. Gene Lasker's bringing in the money.
Sure is.
Gene Lasker's bringing in the money.
Bad.
John Costica, $50.
So what if Hulk Hogan banged his wife? And that's bad? You would have too if your best friend was the greatest wrestler of all time. Now back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
John, happy Wednesday, and this is for Gene Lasker. $50 from John Costica, the great Hoosier that he is. Drunk Kim, 100. How about that? And Kevin Page, 25. That's all in the PayPal. PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App, all at the Bubba Army.
John Parrish, 20. Uncle Eric, 25. Cash App. Las Vegas Mario, 25. Don't know.
Kevin Page wants to know what size shirt you wear, Gene. What, 3X?
3X. Trying to be a 2X, but
Kevin Page, by the way, that's who I got my Lance Dewey shirt from. Kevin Page. So thank you, Kevin Page, and I'll take all these sprint car shirts you want to give me, my friend. John Rash, 100 on PayPal, all because of Lasker.
How about that?
Thank you so very much.
Thank you, guys.
Lummy, I don't know where Alex.
He said he was hopping on. It was just a back and forth. I think he's just taking a second.
My Lasker's really brought it in today.
He sure has.
Lasker, one of these days, I need to get with Seth, and we need to do a podcast.
And that's just, you can say anything you want then.
You can say, well, I think, Seth, how would you describe to Lasker the difference between, you can say more, but not, you still can't go full, right?
I mean, you essentially can. I mean, on Operation Pigmentation, we use all the words that you probably aren't supposed to use.
What is a pigmentation?
That's the color of your skin.
Oh, pigment?
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
See, if you walk, it's like having a sixth grader. If you walk him through it, he can get it.
I got it.
He get it. Just like when we walked you through the American Revolutionary War. Europe, France, Germany, Europe, and then you got it.
So you're going to see the common color at that show. Pretty much.
You're damn right.
Whatever Gene just said.
He said the common color.
Yellow, black, brown, white.
Yeah.
Tan.
We're letting Alex Stein in now. So hopefully this is the first that I've talked to him since he's been super mad at me. And I hope that he
loves you, Bubba.
There he is. Hello, Alex Stein.
Hello, Bubba.
Are you mad at me? I've profusely apologized.
Yeah, no, and I know you feel terrible, but it's not that I'm mad. It's just that I'm disappointed because I feel like you did do the Tucker Carlson shtick. You did that shtick that he was on your show all the time.
Yeah, and by the way, I've asked you before. While you've most recently been on his show, not me, and I asked you to bring me up, and you didn't.
What do you mean? I brought you up. I texted him. You remember we texted him and he answered back?
No, but I thought I asked you to say something on the show. But whatever. I'm not going to go tit for tat because I'm wrong, my friend.
Bubba, can I just say something?
And it's not even about that because, you just say, oh, I know Alex Stein. Like, what Eric Andre's going to be like, oh, I know some guy. It's not like we're going to become best friends because you mentioned me on the interview.
I know. I should have, though. But I should have said exactly that. In the high rope, in the live high wire that I'm walking, that you walk also, sometimes you mess up.
But yes, you do.
What's that?
I do that all the time.
Can I say something? Because I talked to Stein, and I really think Stein should let you. And this is a shoot. One thing is his disrespect level, not from you, but his people that work for him, his producers. Stein's having a lot of problems. And I think that it carried over towards you because he felt disrespected because his producers at his show are not respecting him.
Bubba, I think you kind of need to hear what this producer did to Alex because I want to get your take on what happened.
Wait, which producer? What are we talking about? What about Jimmy? What did he do? I don't even remember.
Yeah, when he uploaded the video and you told him not to.
Oh, yeah. So, long story short.
Hold on. So, you're going to tell me a story about a producer, and am I going to give you my opinion on what you should do or what I would have done?
I want to hear what you would have done if I had done something like this.
Okay. This is it. And it's not even, I'm not even really that mad, but I go and I speak at Richardson City Council. I brought up this guy, Abel Garcia. He's a small Latino man. He's a good guy. He was a detransitioner. Let me just get the story done. When I go to speak, my producer, he was going to do a speech also. So I was speaking, Abel Garcia, this Hispanic man, and Jimmy were going to do a speech. When I went up, they do this all the time. They didn't turn the camera on. They just pointed the camera at the mayor the whole time. So you could hear my audio, but you couldn't see me.
Whose fault was that? No, that's just the way the city does it.
Only when I went up. Everybody else will show because they know me. That's the one where I recruited them.
All right, so that means at that point you need to bring your own cameraman so that because they're going to screw you. So you bring your own guy to get it done right.
And so I had Jimmy there, my producer, and I thought, if he was paying any attention, because he's like reading his script. He's like, what am I going to say? And he's there focusing on his own script, his own speech for 3 minutes instead of filming mine. And mine had a bunch of parts to it because mine was like a combined
hold on, and I got to think that out of the three people that are going to speak, you're kind of the rock. You're the talent.
It's my show. I mean, I'm not trying to be an egomaniac.
You let people participate on your show, but at the end of the day, it's your show. So it's like me, like and Jimmy would be like my ret.
Yes.
Okay.
Basically. So Jimmy has no social awareness, no awareness. It doesn't start filming on his phone. I actually have Paige there filming, but I specifically said film the council because they're going to be filming me.
Right. So you had her locked in on the council because you thought your Jimmy was going to be locked on.
No, I thought I was going to be on the main camera, but I figured Jimmy would notice this, that I'm not on the main camera. He's sitting right next to me. He's sitting at the podium. He could have got a great angle of me at the podium. And this is why it's frustrating. Made this speech. We did this like illegals for Trump speech. It was really funny. Then I went up with Abel, and he was like, I keep saying this Hispanic man saying illegals for Trump. And in my speech, one of there's an Indian guy, and I was like, we will even give free citizenship to illegal Indians. And like, you know, it was just a throwaway thing, right? Because, you know, we're talking about illegals, all illegals. So when we get out of the meeting, I hadn't checked the video stream, so I didn't know that they didn't show me. A guy comes and he confronts me. Why would you say that Indian city councilman's illegal? And I'm like, buddy, what are you talking about, dude? It's a joke. Like, you know, he's like, you know, that's a crime. I was like, well, are you an attorney? Are you going to sue me? What are you going to do about it? Jimmy, my producer, runs away. When I say run, he speed walks away from this encounter.
So hold on, you have a you have a confrontation from an
outside
the
from
building,
another person watching it,
right? And Jimmy doesn't have doesn't have the record. I got to get every ounce of this footage because this is going to be great stuff. He like a pussy. What would I do?
No, I'm saying he goes and sits in his car. Let me finish telling the story because it just takes a second. I'll get.
He's already fired in my book. But go ahead.
I'm not going to fire him. But
what do you mean you're not going to fire him?
Hold on, Bubba. You got to listen to the rest of it.
Just listen. So we get this prepaid wireless films. It's kind of a funny conversation with this guy, and I'm just like, dude, get away. You know, he just leaves. It was just a funny interaction. So that next day, I'm like, oh, great. This will be a great video. It's like a 3-part video. We got Abel sing, we got my speech, and at the end, we got the kicker of the guy getting mad and me like kind of, you know, yelling at him.
And 2/3 of it doesn't exist.
Well, 1/3 does it. The most important third, my speech on camera.
Well, no. I mean, if there's 3/3, your speech, then the confrontation outside. I mean, there's 3 parts to this thing, and you're missing 2
I had Abel Garcia, this Mexican guy. I stood up there with him, and he did this. We held this sign, illegals for Trump. That was the big.
I know, but he didn't get your speech individual, and he didn't get the confrontation outside. That's 2/3, bitch.
Yes. Yeah, and then listen. So I'm so mad. The next day, I go and I watch the tape over, and I see that they just had the camera on the mirror the whole time. So there's no footage of me. You can hear my audio. I'm saying crazy stuff. It's good audio, but you don't see me at all. So it's pointless. You don't even know I'm there. I tell Jimmy, I'm like, Jimmy, why didn't you do this? You've been with me, you know, multiple times. If you just looked on the monitor, which I couldn't see the monitors behind me, you could see what they're showing on the feed because, you know, there's an overlay, and you would see that it's just stuck on the mirror. Right. And Jimmy's like, not that apologetic. And I get, you know, pretty frustrated. I'm like, Jimmy, we just spent, you know, half of our day yesterday doing this. You know, it was a big thing. We had to drive out to, you know, Richardson, I had to get Abel, I had to pay Abel, or, you know, it cost me money, time. And I said, Jimmy.
And hold on. And what could have been just unbelievable content ends up being average at best content. Maybe
not even usable. I think it may not even have been that unbelievable, but I would have liked to have gotten content for all the work we've done, right? You know, even if it's not, you know, a million hit video.
You would at least like to have been able to see that it's average or a hit, you know.
Yeah.
But you don't even have that option now because you can't visually see it.
Exactly right.
It's worth nothing. Zero. Zilch. Dog piss Willie.
That's exactly right. And so the next day, I'm just very stern with Jimmy. I'm not even yelling. I'm like, Jimmy, you were more focused on doing your own speech instead of helping put me over. Do not post your speech. Do not use Blaze resources to have them edit it. Do not, I mean, you know, you can post it on your social media, whatever you want to do, you can do that. Do not post it on our channel. Do not let Blaze edit it.
Hold on. Don't use my people to edit your video, and don't put your video on anything to do with our show or the Blaze. If you want to put it on jimmy'sgotabigpenis.com, that's great. But
or his social media or his Twitter or whatever, I don't care. I'm just like, don't put it on the channel because I'm frustrated.
Right.
Because I'm frustrated. And Jimmy's speech wasn't that great. So we get into a little tiff. We end up working it out. It's not a big deal.
Because I've been known.
I never hit him.
I know, which makes me feel so bad because I've hit Seth 2 days in a row, and I feel horrible now about it because
because you and Seth are having a very touchy-feeling relationship. I saw you rubbing his back a little bit more. Maybe you guys maybe should put a boundary, no touching anymore.
I think so because I've been like guerrilla aggressive towards him for the last 2 days, and so Seth, I really am sorry.
No, it's all right
for putting my hands on you.
Yeah, no,
Seth's a good guy, a hard worker. You know.
Oh my God, he did three shows yesterday. He did our show, he did Pigmentation, and he got accosted and beat up on Clem and Kush.
That's what I'm saying. And the birthday bit
and
was
then
great.
His mom's texting me. She's going crazy. I'm full of Kushner.
So what did Jimmy do?
Let me finish the story real quick. So like we work it out, and then 2 weeks later, I look at our YouTube channel, and Jimmy posts the video. And he posted a video, and I'm like, "What the hell is this, Jimmy? Why'd you post that video? I specifically told you not to post it."
Well, here's the difference. My Rhett and my Macho Man and my Seth and my Lummy wouldn't do that. They just wouldn't. If I told them specifically, like you specifically told Jimmy, my guys wouldn't do that. They just wouldn't do it.
Well, Bubba, I was trying to find out if you'd go on his show and give,
oh, hell yeah.
talking to the Jimmy.
You need me on your show for me to tell your staff, listen, bitches, every last one of you is replaceable, and all I really need is Alex Stein. Now, you guys make Alex better, but don't try to be him. Don't try to be better than him. Don't try to take any of his shine. You know what? At the end of the day, you benefit from the Alex Stein rub. You're not the star. He is. Treat him as such, you bunch of. I'd love to. Let me get on.
Well, I'll have you on before, but I'm going to be live.
Howard had me on when he was having problems with Benji. Remember?
Yeah, you did.
Yes, that was great.
I'm like, Benji, you're a pussy and you're unappreciative. I'm just come down to Florida for 2 weeks, and we're not nearly as soft as Howard. We'll hit you and beat you.
Yeah, you do. I mean, you are even more extreme than Howard. But okay, so I got frustrated with my producer when I am there on the 11th, that Thursday night. We could have like an efficiency expert meeting live on the show where you can bash Jimmy and Brandon.
Hold on, you're going to be here on the 11th
of July.
Well,
let me look at my count. Am I in town?
I hope so.
That's when that concert is.
Yeah, we have.
Hold on, let me.
The Money Machine concert at
Lummy, you have to work out the Morgan Wallen and parking.
Yeah, that's July 11th. That's the Thursdays. I mean, I hope you're here because we're on Friday.
Yeah, we're here. So now you're coming on the 11th. Now, is there another thing that you're coming in on for, or is it just us?
My birthday.
Lummy's birthday.
Lummy, is your birthday on that Saturday?
Yes, it is.
We're probably going to get stabbed down there. Is Gene coming? We need Gene coming to do security.
Yeah, Gene and his bikers.
Yeah, Gene will be there.
Here's the thing, man. Gene doesn't call the boys out, but when he does, woo, you ain't got nothing to worry. You don't got nothing to worry about when 66 patch-wearing outlaws all show up on your chopper. Man, things just are okay.
Yeah, people don't want to mess with you. But tell me this, though, Bubba, because I know we have a limited amount of time. Tomorrow with Eric Andre, you don't have to put me over too much. I would have liked to mention, because I do a very, peculiar niche thing by going and, causing public disturbances. And I know that he has made his career off doing that. His Eric the Andre show, those are his best clips when he was on the street. It was also great when he had people in the studio, but his man on the street stuff was brilliant. But are you worried that he's going to try to pull some gimmick on you?
Yeah, I am. And I can't get a straight answer from anybody.
He's gonna do something to you.
Now, okay, so this is my friend. Be my friend. Like for instance, is there any question at all when you come in on the 11th where you're staying? If you need a car, who's gonna get you a car? If you need a full rack of Oreos and at 3 a.m, where you're gonna be able to get those?
I know exactly where to get that. Totino's Pizza, everything.
I mean, what's mine is yours. You got your own bathroom. You got your own toilet.
2 bathrooms.
Yeah, you got
2 bathrooms.
You got your own window shaker in your. I mean, you're set up. And if you really need a car, you can drive the smart car or the Crown.
I know the smart car though. Do we need to get the suspension checked on that? A couple times we hit potholes on the highway.
Well, they're not made. Listen, it's got really low profile tires, so
yes,
I think I'm going to give you the Crown Vic. You need more of the police kind of car, Those 04 Crown Vics are almost bulletproof. You can't hurt them.
But I drove a Mercury Grand Marquis for 2 years. I mean, which is basically, just a Ford Crown Victoria, but the nicer version. It was the greatest car in the world.
So
the Grand Marquis, I mean, obviously the Crown Vic is great.
Mine was a cop car. Mine's a police interceptor. So,
it can catch up with a Porsche.
It's fast. It's fast as hell. So, at the end of the day, I'm asking you as a friend, because we're dear friends. Like, we're dear friends. And
That's why I was hurt.
Like, I know. Like, I'll never be able to repay you for getting my Twitter back. There's just some things that'll just go unspoken that I'll never be able to.
You can't put a price on that.
Right, you can't. And so I messed up, and I think I'm very sorry, and I'm going to make it. And I'm going to make it up to you. But what do you think they're going to do to me? Because Seth won't tell me, Lummy won't tell me. Like Seth talks to Andre's people, to Eric Andre's people, so Seth might know.
No, they haven't. All they said is they want to do an interview with you for 15 minutes from 8:45 to 9.
Okay. So that's all we've been told.
Well, I watch his show. I've watched every episode of his show. Maybe not the last season, but I've seen every other season. I've seen every episode. He's going to do something like peculiar, like something's going to fall from the ceiling, something's going to come up from the ground, and they're going
the only thing that you can get me on, the only thing that I'm noted for globally is the Hogan deal.
Rhett's a huge fan, and we both think that like a Hogan lookalike or somebody's going to run out there.
Yeah,
maybe. I mean, that's funny. I'm just trying to think like what's funny. I mean, Bubba, it's worth you doing. I don't think it's gonna be that bad. Yeah, but it's kind of like a roast. Like you're probably gonna get a little, you're gonna get zinged.
Well, first of all, I didn't realize like most of the time when he introduces the guest, the crowd pops for them, and like yay, I'm gonna instantaneously get booed. Like
no. Oh, why do you say that? Why do you say that?
Seth, what's your over under on that?
I've thought about it a lot. I think that there's going to be a smattering of both.
I think it's. I think,
what
kind of audience?
A lot of people are. He has a lot of. Well, I don't know how. I know Howard.
You don't know.
Well, I know Howard Stern fans like Eric, but dude, nobody. If there's Howard Stern type people there, they're gonna love you.
Right, but I don't think that crowd's gonna be majority Howard Stern. Like,
yeah,
when
you're
you
right.
think of Eric
I'm saying,
Andre,
but there will be some.
Yeah,
there will be some.
They're told what to say.
I know exactly. So what have people been indoctrined to think about me as the bad guy? Pop culturally, I'm a scumbag and a bad guy, and what everybody.
No, I don't think it's that.
I mean. Lummy, I want you and Seth and Rhett's opinion, honest opinion on how they're going. I think I get booed.
No,
I don't think so.
I think they either don't know who you are or you get booed.
Right.
I think it's gonna be a mix of both.
I think it'll be a smattering of booze.
Seth,
I think they'll get a cheers and maybe a couple of boos.
Now what does that do for Eric Andre's mindset that I'm getting booed?
I think he's still going the same way.
That might help him. That might help him because he can feed off that negative energy, and then it might give more energy to kind of.
And here's the deal, man. Here's the other thing, and you got to at least know of somebody to be able to boo them. So it's like I'm not. So if you're booing, you at least know who I am because you've had you don't like me, so you formed an opinion. But in order to form an opinion and that be of booing, you have to know what I've done that you don't like me for.
Roger Stone says it's better to be talked bad about than to not be talked about at all. But
it's better to be booed than not to be known.
I think Gene said
I don't think you're going to get booed. I think the audience is going to give you a pop, honestly. No. I think they'll be like, Bubba the Love Sponge. I think there will be some name recognition.
But Alex, you agree that like it's good for Bubba to do that. I don't think he's not. I don't think Eric's going to make Bubba look like a fool. I think there will be jokes, but I don't think Bubba's going to walk out of there being like, I can't believe Eric Andre just made me look like a fool. Like I think Bubba's going to have
I think
fun.
I've done that pretty good myself. I mean,
I'm saying, Bubba, you can roll with the punches.
I can't make myself look more foolish than I already have. So I can roll.
Well, I'm saying you're self-deprecating, but I think there's on episodes where the guests have gotten mad at him and walked out. It's always like a reality TV show guest that takes themselves too serious. That's on his TV show. Now I don't know his live show. I don't know how the guests.
There's nothing he could say to me that would really genuinely upset me. I'd be like, you know what? Yeah. That was a good one. You got me on that one. That was a good one. Like I would put it over.
Yeah, you would be fine. I mean, there's nothing he could say to you with, sticks and stones. He could hurt you with sticks and stones. He's not going to be able to hurt you with words.
I mean, listen, and he's a way over brand he's a brand that's way over, way popular, and is inviting me to be part of, his show. I take that as a compliment. Right?
What's the venue like? The Ritz? Is it going to be a nice venue? How many people are going to be in it?
1,800, 15?
Oh, he's playing. That's a big room.
Yeah. 15 to 1,800, something like that. Double decker kind of deal.
And you are giving Stein a shout out on stage, right, Sponjo?
Yes, I'm going to be like, listen, I like to open
Well,
up
you
my...
know, I know it must be better if you did it in private. Just say, hey, there's a guy,
While I'm on stage, I'm going to be like, man, any Alex Stein fans out there? Woo, 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 woo.
He loves you, now I think I'm going to get booed. It's
Pimp
just
on
your
up. I'll be
mindset.
like, pimp on the blimp. You created with the membrane. You know, I'm going to do it all, buddy. I might wear my Alex Stein shirt.
Yeah, no, wear your Bubba Army shirt, represent, because the clips, Howard's probably going to react to this. I hope he does. Oh, hey, let me ask you this real quick before we go, because we only have a short time. So I was talking to my attorney. We were having a deep conversation, and he was like, Alex, maybe you should, tone down some of the crazy stuff you do. And I was like, but, I grew up listening to Howard Stern, and this guy is a Jewish guy that's like connected with the, Jewish culture or whatever. Maybe Seth can speak on this. That the reason why Howard Stern goes to therapy so much is that he kind of feels guilty, or he does feel guilty for the way he used to act on the air. And that's why he's done a whole 180, because he hates the old Howard. What do you think about that conspiracy, Bubba?
That sounds 100% true.
I think that there's a lot of truth to that. I think that he's in a different spot in life.
There's Jewish guilt that you naturally have.
And Beth is way different than Allison, and he's got that Marcy Turk girl that has him looking at things differently in the twilight of his life, as he's getting older and wants to define his legacy. I could see where he would be. Listen, I don't have to go to therapy. Maybe I should. I can't afford it, but if I could afford therapy, I'm not proud on how I used to act. I acted very, very not cool on some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, with the hog, the killing of the wild boar, that's not cool. And I mean, calling MJ's wife's a whore, that's cool. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, there's a lot of things that I've done, like we've done some stunts that I feel really, really bad. Like, remember we did the ALOP expansion, Lummy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not proud of that. That makes me cringe. Then we did another one where we handcuffed 3 guys to each other.
No, that's
and they had to pleasure themselves, and the first one to pleasure themselves on their buddy's knee. One.
Okay, that's not good.
Yeah, I
that's
know.
Low vibrational.
I thought we blacked out all this stuff.
I struggle with some of that stuff.
Well, I know there's a psychologist on Fiverr that you can just pay. It's only like 17 baht an hour, and they don't speak very good English, but they'll give you good psychoanalysis.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really need. I'm good with. I can get through life. I don't have near the money or the fame or the social status that Howard has. I'm a D-lister. He's an A-lister. I'm like a D or I'm maybe a C. No, I'm a D. I'm a D-lister.
I don't know. I think you're more than that. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell.
I mean, you're like us. You're C.
I'm a D. I'm a D-list. I'm fine with the D-list. Honestly,
I'm D. I'm down with I'm down with the D-list.
But Bubba, you have to know this too. This is the problem. Is once you get bigger, even though whenever I get a little bigger, more people come to snipe you. More people trying to take you out.
Although, can I tell you something? I IMDb'd myself.
Yes.
And I was in an episode of like Miami Heat or something like that back in 2011. Let me, if you look at my IMDb, because I am SAG.
Of course.
Do you have your Screen Actors Guild card?
Well, I haven't paid my dues, but I'm SAG.
I'm SAG.
Bubba gets 30% off at the Mac store.
I mean, Stein was in The Office. I mean,
yeah. So anyway, listen. I was on I appeared on this episode called Miami Heat or something, and it's like it has Hogan's Knows Best reality show, TNA reporter, Saints Row, Miami Heat, Beach Heat,
Miami Vice,
no Beach Heat, and like there's like a couple other things, Lummy. I was in some kind of show called Beach Heat. I don't even remember it. I can't even remember.
You're such a superstar. You used to have the Bubbas on the beach. Well, you used to have your own branded restaurant. People don't even know that.
I had Bubba's Ale House and then Planet
Beach
Bubba.
Heat Miami.
Planet Bubba.
Beach Heat Miami 2010.
Love Sponge Limousines, Air Bubba Beepers. I mean, please.
You had beepers?
Yeah.
Don't
forget Paul.
Listen, hold on. I had beepers, and I made I'm not kidding you, They were beepers with the fat guy dunking the donut logo, Air Bubba. And then they would give me a list of number. I had to call so you get a personalized greeting from me. So every night after I got off the air, I have to go read 100 for everybody who signed up for a Bubba beeper that day. They'd send me a list, and I'd be like, yo, thanks for calling Jim, but Jim ain't in right now, so leave a message after the beep. Thanks for.
No, every freaking person that signed up, you gave him a personalized voicemail message or beeper message.
But I made $5 a greeting.
That's not bad. That's good. Yeah.
$5 a greeting is what I made. So I do 200-300 a week. Be making 15, 16, 1,800 cash. Then I was at a different nightclub for 7 nights. And that was 300 cash. I was making 2,100 cash there. I was making like $1. I was making like $200,000 back in 1992, and my base salary was only $50,000.
I can't imagine how much better Tampa was in the early 90s.
Oh man, Tampa was
awesome.
Scandalous.
God, even 6-7 years ago, it was so much better.
Gene, remember back in the day?
Has it changed that much in the past 6-7 years?
Oh God, Alex, you don't even know, man.
It used to be scandal. Tampa had a real dark side to it. It really did.
I was just alluding to all the people moving here and the price of everything going up.
Oh, I'm talking about
everybody's moving to Tampa.
I'm talking about Drew. Gene, I'm talking about Drew Park and the stuff that used to be able to do back in Drew Park. Remember?
Oh yeah.
I think they cleaned all that up, didn't they?
Pretty much cleaned it up. Yep.
Yeah. Man, you could go to full blown sex shows back in the day.
It was that wide open. You're telling me live? That's like Amsterdam. They have that in Amsterdam.
Yes, and you go to the Pink Pony, the manager, and he'd tell you which girls will go in the back and what they'll do. And then you give the door guy $50 and he watches the door, and then you literally are, having full-blown intercourse in the VIP room for $1.50.
Sounds like a value bargain.
Then you go right down the block and get
Costco.
the same thing for $25.
Yeah. What'd you say?
There was Gene in Tampa in the 90s. I bet he was
Gene is born and raised in Tampa.
Oh God, that's why Gene's like that. Dang, now that makes a lot of things very clear, Gene. Wow, so you're a Tampa lifetimer. Wow,
lifetimer. That's it.
Orphan. He had a tough road. Gene
well, at
did.
least he was orphaned in a beautiful city where beautiful women.
Can you imagine being orphaned?
I bounced around a lot between Shady Hills to Sarasota.
Well, that's all Tampa.
Orlando.
That's all Tampa.
Well,
though.
Shady Hills a little.
But I've been all around.
I think,
So
you
anyway,
could have been an orphan in Palestine. That'd be a lot worse.
So
at least you're an orphan.
I'd be rocked.
Well, you'd be stoned.
I'd be stoned.
Yeah. So I shouldn't worry about the Eric Andre. I think he likes me.
Yeah, he likes you because he's a Howard Stern nut. So he's gonna like you.
So,
he's gonna have respect for you. He knows you've been on the air for forever. He was in.
And
the
we had a
scene.
good. Did you like our interview?
Yeah, I did. And he's very laid back.
With the exception of obviously
the exception of one moment because you brought up Tucker. You couldn't have said, "Oh well, I'm friends also with his biological stepson."
This is how it should have gone. I used to have Tucker back in the days on Tuesdays when he was nothing, and we build him up. But but now I got this new guy, this new up and coming dude. He's on Blaze TV. Have you ever heard Alex Stein? That's who he's got on now.
Well, this is why it's a big deal.
That's how I needed to say it.
Basically, but politically, he's very liberal, which I don't care. I'm not like one of these people. I'm not one of these conservatives like, oh, you're a liberal. I don't care at all what people's political affiliations are. I really don't.
I don't even care who wins. I don't even care who wins.
Well, I hope Trump wins, and I think he is going to go to jail. I can't believe I'm saying that, but
good. It'll make him more popular.
But my point is, him and I not very many people go and cause a public disturbance.
I know
right?
it's not a wonder you two's paths haven't crossed yet already.
I'm trying to cross with it. Well, he's
I'm gonna
Mr. Hollywood,
I'm gonna get it crossed for you, kid. You guys will be sword fighting within a month.
Yeah, because then if you get me connected with him and then he elevates me, then you get elevated too.
I know it's like Amway, bitch. I got it.
I know because it is. It's a multi-level marketing. Because maybe I can charm Eric somehow. And be like, Eric, I'll do one of these public stunts with you. I'll wear the trans bikini. I'll do anything. I'll jump off the roof. And then I get whatever I got to do.
And then you remember who hooked you up, and then I get more of a rub from you, and then we're all trying harder.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a community we're building. That's the other thing. We're building Bubba Army community.
And I'm gonna write this. I'm gonna write this ship. Okay, I promise you.
And I know you'll make it right.
I will. Get something in writing.
No, we don't. We're not that. No, Gene, shut up. We don't need to get anything right.
I put him over big time with Eric Andre's people.
Yeah, Seth's been very nice. Wait, is Lummy not the EP anymore though? Did I see that? Did I see now you're back to the EP?
Yeah, I guess I got fired.
What's the EP do? What is that?
I guess nothing. I got fired.
Who fired
Stein.
you?
I don't know. Stein said I'm not anymore.
I thought I saw a clip. It said you were on the hot seat or something.
Oh,
Lummi,
that was
on
before.
Facebook?
That was before he was named EP.
Oh,
that's
okay,
old. Like
I just watched that
yeah.
yesterday. That just popped up on my Facebook.
I just put up that old stuff to keep people happy. But no, Lummy's the EP, full steam ahead. Yeah.
Good. He's gotten a big ego from that. Have you
Oh,
noticed?
super big ego. Yeah. Thanks, Stein.
He's got the 40 presents to leading up to his birthday.
Yeah, we'll do that next. So, hey, listen, Alex, I gotta go. Love ya.
Love you. Talk to you guys soon.
And just let me know when you want me on the air to set your guys straight.
I think you said July 11th, right?
Well, I'm going to be in your studio doing my show from your studio.
Oh, okay. So that'd be more convenient. I can just step right on in and talk to the boys.
Step right in.
All right,
you can sit in that chair. I'll sit in Lummy's or whatever.
All right, buddy. Thank you. See you later. Bye.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
It's a fake Baywatch.
Is it fake one?
Well, it's like they're playing off of Baywatch.
I'll play it off of it, yeah. I never seen it.
The episode is called Trolling for Trouble.
Trolling?
We never got into this fucking... Nobody sent me the link for that Zoom.
I sent it to you.
You sent me the link?
Yes, sir. CBS Morning.
Okay. It's a minute 47.
Yeah, that's correct.
So we'll be good. And then we'll do that and then opening up your presents.
So if you want to see what Alex Stein's doing, you want to go to YouTube?
Yeah.
See what he's doing?
Yeah, YouTube.
So what about Tucker? Is Tucker, you don't talk to him anymore?
He doesn't talk to me anymore.
I
mean, he
but I thought he got fired from his gig now, so should he be able to?
No, I mean, he talks to me, he just doesn't...
doesn't associate.
Yeah.
I
can text him and he'll say, hey, bud, what's going on? But like if I said, hey, I want to see if I can get on your show or something, he would say no.
Yeah.
But you got to admit, your ring's pretty fucking badass.
Yes, it is.
Let me good day on the Cash App.
Yes, sir. Kyle Aloco, $10 on the Venmo.
Venmo. Cash App. Venmo.
Gene Lasker Mark. How about that? Hector Colin, $20. Let me roll. Thank you, Hector.
John Rash. I said that earlier. So Seth, did the audio all sound pretty good from Clem Kush?
I thought it did, yeah.
Okay, good.
Macho did some
tweaking.
He did some tweaking, but I mean, it sounded great. I mean, he even had, like I said, he even added the music and shit in there, which I told him he didn't have to do because it was on CD. So I had to come up here and go through all of them.
Scott Starboard.
Lummy, am I the only jobber getting a jersey from the Tarpons because you guys have one?
Well, I mean, yeah, we all have our own jerseys.
Okay.
There.
We all have our own jerseys.
So you're just gonna match us.
Okay.
Yeah, now you're not gonna look like the odd man out. You're gonna look like you're part of the team.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I would have gotten.
I know that you're gonna throw in about 87 mile an hour fucking knuck, aren't you?
I've thrown out the first pitch 2 times, man, and I've really honestly nailed it both times.
Good. Oh, do you know what I listened to last night? I was in bed and I listened to your last show on Drew. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I listened to it.
Yeah.
And it sounded like John Sending was gonna cry.
Oh yeah, no, he died, man. He stood to benefit the most from me leaving, and he was the only person that tried to get me to stay.
Yeah, and then I listened. For some reason, it came up on my gimmick.
Did you listen when they were saying that how great of a producer I was? Did that come up?
Yeah.
No, that did. Oh, okay, all right. I was making sure. Because I was gonna have to reach out to my people today.
And how you made Drew better, and he learned a lot from radio from you.
Yeah.
I listened to it all, buddy.
So is that guy getting any better from his cancer?
Yeah, he beat it.
He beat it.
Yeah.
But you got no balls.
He's just missing. I think he's missing just one.
Just one.
I can't remember what he told me. Shit.
I think it was just one. He was going to get a phone. He won't put it in there.
Yeah, I think it was just one.
Hey, good for him.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
That guy ain't hard to listen to.
Who's that?
Drew Bravos.
Hey, he's a good guy.
He got a good voice.
I've never had I've had some problems with Drew, but we're okay now. Just because he wouldn't be honest with who really got him back into fucking radio. And he did it just to fuck with me because he had to be.
I thought you helped him out a lot in radio.
I did. I helped him out a lot.
He did, but he had to suck out this D.
But now he doesn't have to. I don't think. Does he?
No, I don't think.
Not as much.
No, I don't think he does.
I don't think Calta has really much fucking stroke over there anymore.
I don't think anybody likes him. Just from talking to everybody.
Yeah. There you go, 21.
What do I know?
You know it all, cousin.
He's the biggest export from Warsaw, Indiana.
Oh, yeah! Bubba the Love Sponge.
Now back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Gene, you nailed it today. Thank you so very much.
Thanks for having me.
I'm glad you got to see me.
Yep.
I got to walk you out to your truck. Got to tell you something. Let me quickly, you know the African-American man that kind of looked like Biggie Smalls?
Yeah.
From Michigan?
Yes.
And he was driving into a Zoom. He was driving while supposed to be on a Zoom call with a judge talking about him having a suspended driver's license.
I think it was, yeah.
And
it was a different. I guess it was a different case, but I guess the judge saw that his license was
and it went
suspended.
viral.
Yeah.
And the guy but I guess the guy was in the right the entire time because he had cleared it up the day before.
No, it was like a year before.
It was like 2 years prior.
2 years prior.
2022.
And that, of course, the news doesn't report that. So CBS Mornings gave us a little clarification yesterday.
So I got a little bit of an update. My talk at the table is a lesson in why we shouldn't jump to conclusions. Last week, we showed you a video of a Michigan judge in disbelief as he watched Corey Harris driving, even though the judge thought that his license had been suspended. Harris had logged in for a virtual Zoom court hearing. The judge ordered him to surrender, and he spent 2 nights in jail. Now, we couldn't believe our eyes either and poked a little fun, but Tony, who was once booked on a similar charge, said not to jump to conclusions.
Yes.
Listen to what he said last week.
You don't know why his license was suspended. You don't know what the underlying reason was. The government does it for dumb reasons sometimes. I know from experience.
Pull over and park the car.
That was dumb. I'm sure he would admit that.
And he was on Zoom. You can't be on Zoom while you're driving. Then he hit the judge with, give me a second. I'm pulling in right now. And okay, obviously I was poking fun, but Tony was right.
He's not really? He would love this. He would love to be
What
like
happened?
sitting
What
there.
happened? So what had happened was, apparently no one in the courtroom knew that Harris's license was reinstated in 2022. Okay, so court records prove it, and it actually, they didn't change it in the courtroom, so it was a clerical error when the judge saw it. USA Today reports that everything is good now, and the case against Harris is now closed.
But he did spend 2 nights in jail. I'd be mad as hell.
Told Detroit TV station that the whole ordeal was very, very
What do you think
embarrassing.
happens to him now? Like they put him on the Masked Singer or something like that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Uh-oh, I've been...
So, Lummy, I got a question for you guys because
Don't forget the package.
Oh, well, we're not going to. Lummy, yeah, okay.
Just want to do it tomorrow.
No, I mean, can we do it tomorrow?
Sure, why not?
I mean, is there?
It's been trying to do it since Monday.
There's shirts for us, so I mean, we can do it tomorrow. And there's
All right,
a
let's
package from Grouper Lips, and
All right, but okay, can we do it tomorrow?
Yeah, of course.
How about we open the show with it tomorrow?
All right.
I need your guys' opinions. Because the Fat Man Dunks Air Bubba 2s are already designed, ready to go. We're going to have the black and the red ones, and then the green, red, and white ones. There's 2 different kinds, right, Lummy?
Yes, there is.
And with our shoe orders, we just don't make a bunch and hope they sell. We only do pre-orders. That way, I know to order. I'm not going to get stuck with too many. The manufacturer allows me to do pre-orders. Is it too early to open up the pre-orders for these shoes? Now, no, they take about 8 to 12 weeks to get here. That gets you right there around the Christmas time or so. If I open them up now, those and the slides.
Let's see, open them up.
So do you say, has it been too close to the other shoe? And
because people wish they still got those other shoes.
Okay.
And 2 of them are eBay right now, $1,800 and $1,295.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Both signed.
There's a pair for $1,800 and a pair for $1,200.
Yep.
Wow.
Yours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
I had to drop that pair to $1,200. It's paying me.
Looks like it's Seth Kushner.
Because maybe, Gene, I'm kind of a big thing. And if you happen to be...
have you seen the shoes?
Have you seen the shoes?
No.
Seth, do you wear,
what size do you wear?
I don't know. 12.
You see them?
What am I seeing?
That's a shoe.
That's my new shoe.
What is it, a wrestling shoe?
No, it's a...
Is that what it is?
No, it's a basketball shoe.
You don't play basketball, or is that why the hoop's way down low? I seen it when I pulled in.
The hoop is 6 feet outside. Gene's right.
That's because of Dr. Dan. Not Bubba.
Hey, I love you, Sarah.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
co-host and show historian Lummit,
co-host Dr. Dan Diaco Esquire of Council, co-host J. Diaco Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council,
Rhett, the Filthy Ginger video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
And for everything else, go to thebubbaarmy.com.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember...
I repeat hello.